Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Wednesday, July 1st, 2026. Hello again, everyone. And a very happy Canada Day to ya. Oh, Canada. Terre de nos aïeux. Ton front est sien, les fleurons glorieux. Sing it with me, Frankie. Car ton bras c'est pour une épée. Everyone now, il sait porter la croix. Come on, I can't hear you. Ton histoire est une épopée. Les plus brillants exploits. Pizzi now. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, everyone, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
That's beautiful.
Did I have my hand on the wrong? I think I had
That
it on
doesn't
the...
matter. Don't. You shouldn't have brought any attention. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Who's to check?
Yeah, who is to check? I think I had... My heart's on this side, right? Where's your heart? Left or right?
Your left.
I don't have
Oh,
one.
I did have it on the right. Okay. I had it on the right because it was on the left. Guys, happy Canada Day. Conspicuous by its absence in that whole sequence was the control room. Was everyone standing? Everyone...
We were applauding.
Okay. Wow.
There was a standing ovation.
I understand U.S. is playing today, but a
Yeah.
little Canadian regalia would have been appreciated. I do have the USA 250 right here, you know?
Yeah.
How about that?
Laptop really coming together.
I gotta say.
Laptop's really coming together.
Come on, guys.
It looks great.
Hot dog, Forest, Knicks, America 250,
There's a lot.
finals.
There's a lot. I mean, can we also say hello to the newest member of the set right here?
Larry?
This is my friend Larry O.B. This is what you get, by the way, when you win the NBA Finals. It has been...
Wait, we all get one of those?
Well, this is what you get if you're a part of... It's glistening. I can't believe I have this. And, of course, we all remember when he visited us,
Real
the
one.
actual
Yeah, the real
real one, last year. And we sort
I
of...
still got my picture up right there.
Yeah, we put the positive vibes out. Everyone said we were cursing, but in reality, we set the tone.
Yeah.
Jordan, by not touching it, made it happen. It was a mess.
That
I
was-
would like to take all the credit in the
Theoretical.
world, and I believe the full Larry O.B. is actually at my house right now.
It is?
Yeah,
Because it's going on a tour.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what happens when you win. So
you get,
it's,
man.
it's going to be here for at least the next year, maybe forever. I love having it here. I can see myself. It feels like, it also kind of feels and looks like the MVP trophy that Jalen's walking around with. So this is a great addition. I bought it off Fanatics for $250. I did not get a freebie. In fact, I got-
$19.99 shipping and handling.
I mean, arm and a leg. Did I notice that the original delivery date was in January of 2027? And did I put in a call? Yeah, maybe I did that. But no freebies here. No freebies here. And
Can you put in that call for everybody? Someone's having an issue getting their gear as well on the team. I don't know who.
You were front row at the parade, so you had a great time, and some of us were struggling.
Game 4 too.
Game 4 too. I went to Game 3, so we all have our victories and our defeats. There's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to talk about on today's show. My final stop before the July 4th weekend, the 250th birthday. This, by the way, was the patch that the Knicks wore on their jersey. This as well. And back, got that eBay and just like $50, but I felt like it was worth it. There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot that's going on.
Where are we at total, by the way?
Well
Who's the chick?
into the late fours. We're encroached. Yesterday, I received a hat in the mail from New Era, and I know a guy who works at New Era, and I'm like, wow, thank you so much for this. He's like, I didn't send you that. So I was like, oh, I guess I bought it. I don't remember buying this hat, but it's a nice hat. I now have like 9 hats. The shirts are just flowing. I'm loving it.
I think you actually are now part owner with Dolan of the Knicks, based on how much you are investing.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I was part owner, we're freaking crushing right through that second apron, and Mitchell Robinson is still a Knick. So
Wait. Oh, but did you?
What? Did we win?
No, Mitchell Robinson's.
Yeah, no, I'm well aware. The point is, I have sat here in this chair and I told you guys it won't hurt as much, right? The loss is this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say it's kind of hurting right now. I don't know,
Already?
It's all right.
Nope. I can't give it to you.
I know.
Also, part owner
Hang on,
Knicks or part owner of Fanatics?
Fanatics.
Who's solely supporting their business operation.
PT, you've been locked in on England. We'll get to that in a moment. But Mitchell Robinson, who you're probably familiar with because you're a quasi-Knicks fan, signing with the Boston Celtics for $47
When
million.
you were just giving them the big one there yesterday.
Yeah.
We're giving it the.
Look at that. Look at that.
Downs.
This, according to our friends at Kalshi, as far as Mitchell Robinson's next team. All right, we're sitting pretty, and then what the hell?
Can't hit free throws.
Yeah. No. You know, he's a brick merchant. You
Wow.
know?
Oh,
No,
wow.
no, no,
Wow.
no,
Wow.
no,
This
no,
guy
no,
just
no,
got
no,
to a
no,
title.
no.
This guy just
Wow.
got
No,
to a
no,
title.
It's yesterday.
Offensive rebound, game 5 with like 9 seconds
on,
left.
man.
No.
He had to get paid, bro.
Why'd he break his pinky before game 1? Can we find out now?
Wow, conspiracy.
Can we find out now?
If he's your friend,
we
if
find
he's
out?
really your friend, if he's your best friend, you should be happy he's getting
I'm
paid.
happy he
huh?
got paid.
Be happy.
I'm happy he's set for life. Why'd you have to go to the Celtics? This is like Johnny Damon going to the Yankees. Why you don't go? You know, this Wade Boggs going to the Yankees.
Business play.
You don't do that.
Business play.
There's 29 other teams to go to. You don't go to the dastardly Celtics, the loser Celtics. Celtics who have to sign Mike Conley to run the show now, losing Jaylen Brown. They ain't going to do better than us. Take it to the bank.
I can relate, man. After the Falcons had a 6-10 season, Matt Ryan left for the Indianapolis Colts.
There it is.
It hurt, man. I mean, it was a knife in the back, but
So a range of emotions today, guys. Wake up. Excited to do the show. It's July 1st. It's Canada Day, loving life, July 4th weekend. We're going to Vegas next week. Live show with DJ July 10th, free to the public. Unbelievable. PT's finally leaving his house and joining us. He's finally going to, hobnob with the big shots here at Uncrowned Studios. Then find out that my guy Ariel Helwani has left the Knicks, and I had a kinship towards him because his name was Ariel and last name started with an H and it was AH on the Knicks, close that I'll get to playing for the Knicks. He signs with the Sixers, and I'm like, all right, okay, I feel good about this. Same time, we're getting ready to watch England DR Congo down 1-0 at the half. Okay, what the hell is going on? Same time, Mitchell Robinson leaves to the Celtics. Same time, Nottingham Forest sacks Vitor Pereira, who saved us from relegation, and signs Oliver Glasner, who left Crystal Palace. This is a lot there's a lot to process this morning, guys. I'm not used to all this news happening at the same time.
Glasner, he was a target for all the big clubs. I think it's
You think it's
I think it's a good bit of business for Forest. Did you say England are losing?
They're losing 1-0 at the moment, yeah.
What? They're playing DR Congo, right? Like
What's happening? Tell us.
guys,
What's going on?
6 of those guys don't have any contracts. I forgot the game was on. It's crazy. I wasn't going to go watch it.
Is this a
But that was
bottle
what-
job of epic
I
proportions?
thought they'd be up 3-0. They're obviously going to come back. They're obviously going to come
Easy.
back. Like, so that's not.
Easy,
They're obviously going to come back.
Easy.
Because
I know, did I hear
it'd be
people
crazy.
congratulating
It
you?
would be crazy if Congo that couldn't possibly happen.
Do you wish you
'Cause
could
they're-
hate watch
England
this
are
right
one of
now?
the best teams. England are one of the, Ariel, you said England
On
probably
paper.
gonna win it, right?
On paper. I said on
so
paper.
Congo. I think if you go back a couple of days.
Yeah.
and,
No.
You know,
I don't take it back.
but the Congo, that's crazy.
No,
They're
this
like
is a bottle
14 to
job.
1. What? No, I don't believe it. What? 6 of these guys have no teams to play for next season, and they're playing
Like some
against
AI
England.
shit. Like I don't.
That can't- Look, don't listen. I love the Congo, fair play to you, but this can't possibly happen. That would be crazy if England.
How would you be consuming this if you weren't on the show
Oh,
right
I
now?
wouldn't consume that. It's not even a game.
Are you sitting there with like a big pot of popcorn, just loving it? Are you
It
Biggie in
would
that?
give me absolutely no joy.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you for a second. You're loving this. You're praying for this. No one has ever hate watched like you would hate watch this game.
No, all my friends in England, no way.
Yeah, you love them. GC was at a World Cup game yesterday. Tell us, how was it?
Oh, man, it was fantastic. Seats were great. Got to see Mbappe, Olise, Dembele. The attacking third for France was unbelievable. Got to see 2 for Mbappe. The whole vibes of the World Cup, all the Swedish fans, all the French fans, it was incredible. MetLife is a dump, but that's okay. Or I mean, New York, New Jersey Stadium. I'm sorry, I stand corrected. New York, New Jersey Stadium. The transportation out there was tough. I did spend a longer time commuting to and from. It was like
how long?
2.5 hours each way.
Yeah.
Way home was like sardined like this on a train. Everybody's sweating, is moving slow. It was tough, but overall it was incredible. Incredible experience. Glad to cross it off the bucket list.
Did you feel like it was more French, Swedish?
French.
50. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. French was there.
Did it feel like you were watching a World Cup match?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Like it felt very like an international feel. It felt like you were at a huge event. Watching Mbappe score right in front of us, and like one of my dudes who I was with, John, got an unbelievable video of it. Only time he brought out his phone during the game happened to be the Mbappe goal right in front of us. So, yeah, shout out. It was a fantastic time.
So
It was
now,
a performance we're all waiting for from France, right? I was listening to a podcast this morning, Second Captain's my favorite show.
Sure.
They were at the game too, and they were like, it was like, everyone's kind of giving Deschamps abuse for like they haven't been playing to their full potential, and then they came out and played like the Harlem Globetrotters yesterday.
They look.
Michael Elise is. Do you know he could have played for England? Which is funny because
yeah.
it's what's happening at the moment.
Well, yeah. I let out like a yelp like a little girl when he attempted that bicycle kick and it went off the post.
Oh, yes.
That was right in front of us. I yelped like a little girl. It was also super hot. I was sweating my ass off. It was so hot. And Pete knows, I ate a stew in the morning. Bad call. Stew was a bad call going into 100
What is a
degrees.
stew?
It's like
To be disclosed.
akin to a soup. It's something a broth.
Oh, a stew. I was
Yeah,
thinking
stew.
STU. So like you had in the morning.
Yeah.
Why?
It's a lot of
To be
carbohydrates in there
revealed.
too.
Hot
wasn't
day?
it?
Yeah, to be revealed, as Pete said. But yeah, a lot of beers, coffee with the stew. I was struggling. It was
Okay.
struggling. Yeah, NJ Transit, bathrooms. It was tough.
Serious? You especially with the
Yeah, with the IBS, with the
I don't know,
guys. Unless you said it, not me. Yeah. But overall, it was an unreal experience. Unreal experience. We settled in once we got to the stadium.
Did you see OG Anunoby?
I didn't. No, I didn't. They didn't really do any like celeb cams.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like that. No kiss cams, no Jumbotron games that you see at a lot of American events. They really did hype up that New York, New Jersey thing, though. They were like, New York, New Jersey, stand up.
Yeah, they always have to put in. Congratulations to Norway. Congratulations to Mexico. Congratulations to France. Early congratulations to DR Congo. We shall see.
No, Pete said England.
yeah.
He said it's a foregone
I mean, it couldn't
conclusion,
possibly
so-
be. That would be absolutely could you imagine? That's not.
What's crazy is at 2:00 in studio, we have the CEO of Matchroom Multi-Sport, Emily Frazer, in studio, who's a huge Crystal Palace fan, so what timing, and also a huge football fan. But obviously, she is here to talk about all the exciting things. And she was a big part of the Netflix series, the one that obviously featured the Hearn family, Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn. What was it called? The World's Greatest Showman. And was that the name of it? World's Greatest Showman or just The Last Showman?
He was the
Hearn-
world's greatest showman, and she was brilliant in it.
she was amazing. Yeah. The Greatest Showman, excuse me. Greatest Showman. Very, 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 very entertaining docuseries. I think they might be doing another one. Anyway, I'm really excited about this. I love these interviews, love learning about the business, different side of Matchroom, so stay tuned for that. We will also be joined by Dave Allen, who is, I think I could affectionately say, he's some kind of piss, that Dave Allen, but
Wow.
he's amazing. He's so much fun. Last time he was on, he was incredible. That was before the Philip Hrgovic fight, and of course that didn't go his way. And now he's fighting Thomas Carty. No Carty, no party, or is it no party, no Carty?
No party, no party.
No party, no party?
No Carty, no party.
No Carty, no party. They're fighting
See,
at a
if he's
place
not
called
there-
Croke Park on September 5th. Have you heard of it, Pete?
No.
Yeah, it's a good place. A lot of history. Muhammad Ali fought there. Katie Taylor
Wow.
in the main event. Swan Song. He'll join us. Bud Crawford, Terence Crawford, going to join us. He's been in the news, obviously, and he's going to be a part of the TNT coverage for the Abdullah Mason versus Albert Bell fight this weekend, which is the first event, as far as boxing is concerned, to air on TNT since they announced this deal with DAZN. This is a huge spot for Abdullah Mason, a huge spot for Shushu Carrington, who's fighting in the co-main event. And they actually just announced on Thursday, tomorrow, July 2nd, the press conference will air on True TV at 2 p.m. The weigh-ins will air on Friday on True TV at 1 p.m. And then the event is going to air at 7:30 p.m. on TNT, on linear television here in the United States, which is a big deal. Terence Crawford, Sean Porter, Adam Lefkoe, Timothy Bradley, a part of the desk, if you will. Todd Grisham, Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix are a part of the broadcast team. So this is a big deal. We'll talk to Terence Crawford about all that and more. We are, as always, brought to you by our good friends over at Kalshi. Just showed them a little bit of love. Let me tell you about why we love Kalshi so much and why we want you to support them, because they support us. There's the QR code. Give it a little scan. If you download the app right now, use the code Helwani to sign up. You get $10 when you trade 10 today. That's Kalshi, Kalshi. You're not playing against the house. Peer-to-peer trading. You buy yes or no contracts on whether something will happen, and you're trading directly against other users. It's like buying or selling stocks. Simplest way to break it down. The line isn't set by some kind of algorithm working against you. Public opinion sets the price. It's available in every single state in this great country, from California to Rhode Island and everywhere in between. It's Kalshi, the largest prediction market in the United States of America. Taking a quick look at things going on right now, we just showed you the England DR Congo line as we speak, the odds as we speak. What does it look like? What does it look like right now? Okay, we're a little bit probably
Still winning. What?
We're past halftime at this moment. We're at the 54th minute.
The update is still 60% now. It keeps moving 60, 61. You know, England is
Still
still
1-0?
people still trading. It's still 1-0.
I also got to say, I got it on the DR Congo goalie is playing out of his mind right now.
What a story. What an unbelievable story. Most of the African teams have done very well in this World Cup. South Africa no longer in it. Maybe that's why
Ivory Coast gone as well.
DDP stood us up. Yeah, but then South Africa was first. I was trying to really zero in on them because of the incident yesterday. But thank you for that. Of course, USA Bosnia this evening, guys. USA Bosnia, big one. Level of confidence, pretty high.
High.
83%.
All respect to Bosnia.
Is it all respect, though? Because I saw some reporters kind of taking some shots at them, you know?
I'm not said reporter.
Insensitive.
What did they say? What the hell?
I respect Bosnia. Not only Bosnia, I also respect Herzegovina as well.
Sure. There was a reporter, I think, in L.A. who was just kind of having fun. I thought it was a little bit overblown, no?
She was in L.A.,
kind of
but
fun?
I think it was ABC7.
Yeah. Oh.
She was just like, I couldn't find it on a map if I wanted to, and who even cares? The USA's on fire, blah, blah, blah.
Damn, that's pretty.
It was a
Well,
bit.
then Bosnia took it, and they were just like the stereotypes right themselves.
Yeah.
And then she
You
had
know what?
to
Just
issue an
don't-
apology.
Don't stoke the flames with the Eastern Europeans, man.
Respect.
Yeah.
They
all
used
they
to be
need.
Yugoslavia,
That's all
so
they
I'm not messing with them, bro.
Yeah, that's a good point. Belgium, Senegal, also tonight. Belgium has been
Stinks.
pretty shite.
Hold home.
They stink.
Here they are, 59%. So let's see if Senegal can find some of that African magic that is helping perhaps DR Congo at the moment. What about the big one on the 4th of July? Settle in with your, what are you guys drinking? A little bit of chicken fry. Cold beer on a Friday night. This one's actually on a Saturday. Morocco, 71% over the boys from the Great White North. All right, we'll see about that. No big deal. No big deal. We're not worried. We are not worried.
Do we know if Fonzie's starting?
He better.
Yeah.
I mean, if not now, when?
Different team.
Right?
Different team.
If not now, when? The big story in the world of basketball, LeBron James, where's he headed? What is Kalshi saying? Well, I don't know what to make of this. It seems like Golden State 45%, Cleveland 26%. Rick, you want him back?
Hell yeah.
Hey, maybe they didn't sign Mitch so they could bring him. What do you think?
No, they don't have the cap.
This second apron stuff is such a bunch of
Don't
bollocks.
sleep on
What
the
does that
Hawks.
mean, second apron?
There's like tiers, and then if you go up into this tier,
There's
now you're
very
paying a
harsh
tax.
penalties.
Payment? We're talking
for-
pay scales?
Yeah.
If you have a very expensive team, there are very harsh penalties.
Dude, you're the kings of the world. Just freaking pay it. You've paid everyone under the sun. Now you're going to get cheap. There's a theory that he's mad, that Dolan's mad at the NBA, and he doesn't want to get into the revenue sharing and give other people. I don't know. This is nothing.
It hurts you long term as well. It's not just a one time.
I mean, yeah, look at the Celtics. They won 2 years ago, and now they're in the shitter. And they went to second favorite. So it's like, maybe You know, maybe
Got big
Sign
Mitchell,
Mitch.
didn't they?
They're going to be good this year.
Yeah, match. Yeah.
I'm just saying, look at the Celtics. You know, they think they're so smart. Mitchell Robinson, we showed you that. We can skip that one. One more. What about Shushu Carrington? Shushu Carrington fighting this weekend. What are they saying about our guy Shushu against Rene Palacios? It appears as though Carrington is a heavy, heavy favorite. 89% for the pride of Brownsville, Brooklyn, Shushu Carrington. So stay tuned for that. That is this weekend. We got a lot to get into, guys. Let's get into it. Time now for everyone's favorite segment of the week. It is time.
It's time for On the Nose.
So much to get into. And I want to give a special shout out to our guy, El Emmanuel, who hooked us up. But we do have some breaking news. El Emmanuel is the man. He hooked us up, moderator extraordinaire. What is happening, guys, atop the Empire State Building right now? You are looking live at scenes atop the Empire State Building as we speak, where it appears as though two gentlemen have climbed to the top of the Empire State Building.
Well, one of those is
A man and a woman.
Yeah.
What's it say?
Some people are saying it's
Peace
a
and
proposal.
love. Peace and love.
Yo, okay, so according to Fox News, the banner says, when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. The Empire State Building, the point that they're at right there, is 1,454 feet above the ground. How the hell did they get there?
This shot is crazy. This
It's
looks like
dizzying.
a movie.
It's dizzying.
I'm gonna puke.
It's low-key hard up there.
Yo,
What
From
do
the
you need to
message or
piss?
from the spins? Which one are you referring
Yeah.
to, PT? Are you
Both. Whatever. What happened? Like, there's a lot of things that can go wrong up there, including just toilet situations, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Crap in my pants, not falling 1,200 feet to my death.
I'm just
Imagine
watching
you were gonna.
this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go
How
ahead.
do you get up there? How do you possibly even do it? That the fact that there was enough of a security gap that you can do this is pretty insane to me.
Also, like the security's like kind of intense there. Like they couldn't have gone through like the tourist route to the top with that giant ass banner and the ski masks. Obviously, couldn't.
They're
have.
wearing masks, which I almost make it like it feels like it makes it harder. Like you don't have that periphery vision. Now we're getting some pictures here.
Oh.
It appears as though the man on the left, right? That's a man on the left, is proposing to the woman. Here's the embrace, and we might even have him on one knee.
Oh, wow. Congratulations to the lovely couple.
I mean,
That's
Mazel
huge.
Tov.
Honeymoon in
my first time
prison.
I do
Oh,
have
yeah.
to say, the Catwoman costume is pretty hard. I mean, it's a good look.
Yo, also like the spinning scenes around them is crazy. I mean, prison will definitely be difficult after this, but
Do you think they go to jail for this?
Oh, I
absolutely.
think, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the lengths people
Federal
go to for the gram.
fucking prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is all for the gram. This is for a fucking selfie, essentially.
This ain't a
What
misdemeanor.
a proposal, though! Like this is gonna be one of those that women everywhere are sending. Like, if you don't love me this much, like we
Yeah.
Do you
can't
think?
talk
Do you
anymore.
think they have a discussion like, "Yo, let's do this," and I'm gonna propose to you? Like, how?
No,
do you think-
he surprised her. I think.
You don't think she knew?
No,
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
flag
think they
was a
were
prop. That's
planning
how he
the
got her up. He's like,
climb,
"We're
and
gonna
he was
make
like,
this."
"Let me do it here."
Wow.
Intern Josh did say he likened it to Ludwig Kaiser. He said they were uncontrollably intimate up there.
Imagine
I
they
was
start
thinking of
banging.
Ludwig.
Imagine the
You're
cameras are
thinking
there and they just start going at it, and everyone's like, "Whoa, well, this
Bit of the blue, eh?
Yeah. Oh my dear. All right. Well, that's happening as we speak. So stay tuned for more on that.
Congrats to the happy couple.
Yes, congrats, Mazel Tov, as they say. We do have.
congrats.
Yeah, we have a lot to get into. There's a lot of news and notes, but let's weave through. I don't pick the questions anymore, guys. I actually have to open this. Rick sent it to me. Yeah. Here we go. We've got a great moderator these days, El Emmanuel. Shout out to him. Peace and love. Peace and love. From Matt Chewiwis. Hi, Ariel and crew. Happy Canada Day. I'm looking forward to my imminent relocation to Nova Scotia this month. My question is, I know there hasn't been an event in Halifax for some time, but do you know of a regional scene in the province or surrounding? I'm going to miss Cage Warriors and others from here in the UK. I don't remember Matt Chewiwis was telling me he was moving to Nova Scotia, but shout out to him. Is there an Eastern Canada Maritimes fight promotion? I don't think so. There might be a tiny one, but I don't think so. So yeah, that is a bummer. but maybe you could start it. Mean Tangerine says, LeBron to the Knicks? What do you think?
Is that on the table?
No, it's not.
It's been on the table since 2010, but you know, we got this.
I listened to that podcast actually. That was really good about how they tried to get him, and the Wu-Tang made the song and everything. And
Oh yeah. It wasn't a great song, to be fair, and you know I love Wu-Tang. Here's Shooter McGavin. Hola Ariel and the BITB. What happened with Ali and Nixick backstage after the Manel Cap fight? Seen so many versions of the story. I don't know what to believe. Did something happen? I didn't see that. Have you guys seen
Who's
that?
to check?
I had heard that there was some kind of issue regarding Sean Strickland's rhetoric about Muslim people and Ali not being happy about that. And he's had fighters at Extreme Couture. I had heard about that. I am not familiar with, I've not seen any footage. You guys see any footage of this?
No, there's just speculation.
Reports
and
that he
rumors.
punched him. I don't know.
That he punched him
That Ali
Swung at him as
Yeah.
at Nixick,
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of the nicest guys in the biz.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's crazy if so. I have not seen that, so I can't
And then
speak.
Manel Kopp has had to,
Pick
speak.
a side?
Not just speak, because now he's doing interviews. He's in a great position to get a title shot, and this is the drama that's surrounding him. Obviously, not
Mess.
ideal.
But I did see Manel and Sean go back and forth on Twitter. Right?
And that was immediately following this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it really Manel? We don't know.
Speaking of, that's a good point. That's a good point. Speaking of a little bit of controversy, so yesterday, guys, we played the clip of Eddie Hearn saying after the press conference in Ireland that he was going to the Peace Summit, the big, much talked about Peace Summit. And our guy Darshan, who is as intrepid as it gets, has been all over this story. Now, a lot of this transpired while we were on the air, but I did see these series of tweets from Darshan, of course, everything boxing. So this is one from Turkey Al-Sheikh, who writes, great meeting with our brothers and partners will affect the future. For more than 4 hours, we talked about everything. Big meeting today between DAZN, Zuffa, Queensberry, Matchroom, and Gold Star. Now, in that picture there, you see Frank Warren, you see Shai Segev, who's the head of DAZN, you see Pete Oliver on the right, head of DAZN, you see Spencer Brown all the way to the right, you see Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is just towering over everyone. I mean, geez Louise. All the way to the left, that individual does not look familiar. Anyway, that's the original tweet from Turkey. The next tweet is one in which it was edited and the word Zuffa was taken out for some reason. Now, was the word Zuffa taken out? You see edited there at 5:47. Was it edited? Was it taken out because there is no Zuffa presence in this picture right here? Well, later, we see this. And this is obviously Nick Khan, who is one of the top dogs at TKO, president of WWE, one of the top dogs at Zuffa Boxing. And clearly they're in the same room, right? They're in the same vicinity. He tweets, with my brother and partner Nick Khan today in London, big surprises in the future. And so our guy Darshan, all over this. Turkey edited his meeting tweet to remove Zuffa and then posted a separate post with Nick Khan. Did Zuffa even take part in this meeting with Matchroom, Queensberry, Gold Star, and DAZN? Entirely pointless, Darshan says. To which Turkey quote tweets, it says, what's your IQ level? We own 60% of Zuffa and I'm the chairman of the board. No one could force me to delete something. I changed it because Nick wasn't in the picture. Tell this to whom told you to write this. Tell this to whom told you to write this. Okay. Here's Darshan. We own 60% of Zuffa and I'm the chairman of the board. So the meeting didn't involve Nick Khan or Dana White and it was just you and the others? That wasn't what was portrayed, but sure, if it did involve either, why weren't they in the picture? No one can force me to delete something. Nobody said you were forced to delete anything. Tell this to whom told me to write this. He's quoting and then responding. I write my own tweets. We don't have all pages that we use to spread incorrect information about people when they do something we don't like.
Oof.
Darshan.
Fucking hell.
Darshan
In
is
the
man, isn't he?
trenches.
Holy shit.
And then I'm reading this. Quote tweet from Turkey. This is why I asked about your IQ and give the phone back to Helwani.
Oh no, he didn't.
Who, me? I'm reading this.
The draft guy.
Frank, who, me? Who, me? There it is. That's what I'm thinking, literally, as I'm reading this. I'm like, how did I catch a stray here? I'm at Wegmans next door having sushi. What's going on? I've never told Darshan to write anything absolutely absurd. I've never told anyone to write anything or not write something over at Uncrown, or even in my life, to be honest, as a media member. Of course, the Oompa Loompa over at the Ring likes to say that we took down an article, which was just a poorly written article, poorly researched and not vetted the right way. And so that's the only thing that we ever did take down at Uncrowned, but certainly not writing anything on behalf of anyone, and certainly not on Twitter. That would be absurd. I'm not really sure what the beef is with me, other than maybe he just like decided to inherit the whatever beef that Dana White has with me. I can tell you this, though. From what I understand, there was a big group discussion. I can tell you that Dana White wasn't there. I can tell you that Nick Khan did speak to these individuals. I do not know why a group picture wasn't taken. Is it possible that a group picture wasn't taken out of sort of loyalty and respect to Dana, who is very much involved in a war right now with Eddie Hearn? I do not know. That would be speculation. But I can say, based on what I did hear from people, there was a group discussion. Now, here's what I think is so interesting about all this. Does anyone think that Nick Khan, Eddie Hearn, Frank Warren, Spencer, any of these people, are any of them looking for peace? Does it not seem like everyone is enjoying this war very much? Enjoying the battle, enjoying the tit for tat? It seems like the only one who is actually pushing for this is Turkey. And that's fine, but it doesn't seem like the soldiers, if you want to call them that, the people involved in this picture, are actually wanting peace. It's almost like they're going into all of this reluctantly, begrudgingly. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'd agree. Yeah, I agree. But it's also like, if I'm one of the promoters, and I know Eddie's talked about this with you before, like, Turkey is a way of, it's like he's entertains himself by pitting these guys against each other. So if he's like come to have this peace talk, and I'm one of those promoters, I'm like, what is actually going on here? If you know what I mean.
They're like these little toys. Let's have them fight,
that's what it feels like.
and then let's have them make up, and maybe I'll get the credit for the making up and then the fighting. It's all, as Eddie has said a million times now, he likes the fuckery, as he said, and the relationship is fascinating. Now, Dana not being there is interesting. I would have been shocked if Dana was there. Absolutely shocked. He's too proud to go to something like that. He is not mingling with any promoter. He's just not. Especially not that he doesn't want to make peace with anyone. He does not want. And so what's going to be really interesting about this over time is, how does this all coexist? Turkey, Dana, how do they coexist? What are they really like behind the scenes? Are they friends? Or I've always said the brains behind Zuffa is Nick Khan. The engine, the motor, the one who is pinpointing fighters, the one who truly knows about boxing, who lives and breathes this, is Nick Khan. And I would say, and I'll also preface by saying, for the millionth time, we used to work together. He was my agent. That was long ago, 6 years, but obviously I have respect and affinity for him. Don't bet against this guy. Look at what he did with WWE when he took over, and look at what he's going to do. I don't feel like Dana is as involved, and I don't think that Dana is willing to go over there and hobnob and take pictures and all that stuff. But it is important to note that, from what I understand, they all did speak to each other, including Nick being in that room. Why they didn't take a picture, I don't know. And the notion that I'm telling Darshan or anyone to write anything, I don't understand. I don't understand how Turkey and I went from like being really cool, and then all of a sudden I became the bad guy. Based on what? What did I say? One of the more bizarre ones over the years. We continue. Islam's phlebotomist, Ariel and crew, my firstborn son will be born within the month. I'm writing him a series of letters in a journal. Wow. And I plan to continue to do so until he turns 18. And I give him the journal full of letters from me to him. Are there any meaningful gifts that your father's passed on to you? I want him to have a part of me that he can carry with him, as I did not get that from my father. Shout out to the best team in the game. That is incredibly thoughtful and heartwarming. My father gave me so much, but it wasn't anything physical like that. I would say wisdom. He gave me wisdom. I always say I get my work ethic from my dad, my drive. My dad is the hardest working person that I've ever met in my life. I mean, he would leave to go to work at 7. He would come home at 7:30, and he would eat dinner while working. He would not watch TV or do anything. I never saw him like drink a beer or anything like that. He would take a shower at 9. He'd be in bed by 10, and he would do it all over again. He just had an unbelievable drive, and I really, really admired that. Over the years, you know, his passion, his spirituality, I've learned a lot of that from him. I've talked about, you know, stories. He pushed me to pray in the morning. He pushed me to do certain things regarding religion, all that stuff. So I can't thank him enough. So something like this, you know, we didn't have, but this is incredible. I just hope you don't put too much pressure on yourself to keep it up. That's a lot of years, and that's a lot of, you know, like how many are you writing per year when he's 5, when you're in the thick of it, you know? But even if you do it for the first 2 years, when my kids were born, I will say I wrote them a bunch of emails. So if they go to their email, I set them up with emails, and I wrote them like, "Welcome to this world." And so maybe one day they'll be able to read that. If they just scroll down a little bit, there's pictures and stuff like that. So I did do that when they were born. Obviously took a hell of a lot of photos and videos and stuff like that. And so everyone has their own way of honoring and you know, and memorializing moments. It's great in this day and age with cell phones and computers and all that stuff, how it's so much easier to remember this stuff. Like I could just scroll back on my phone to 2012 and there I am at my son's bris. So congratulations to you. I hope everything goes well, my man. And yeah, hopefully it's a smooth and healthy and safe delivery, and you are off. And soon they'll be going to sleepaway camp and forgetting all about you. Here's Patrick McCrate. Favorite segment of the week. When you say the whole team is going to IF Dub, does that include the interns as well? And what about the Myth 3-Pac post-fight show in person? Interns, unfortunately, are not making the trip. I was wondering about this. How did the interns feel about not making the trip to Vegas? You know, let us know.
And love.
Tell us,
Peace
what do
and
you think?
love.
Is there resentment? Is there?
They're relaying to me that they're very disappointed, and I think they actually are quitting.
Okay.
On this.
Wow, nice to know you guys.
They don't want to even speak on air anymore.
Wow.
Due to
Cheap.
this
Good runs.
disrespect.
Wow.
I think we're cheapskates because you're not going?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy. Wow, 73rd minute, huh? 1-0.
1-0,
Is it 1-0?
doctor.
By the way,
That is
I'm
absolutely crazy.
I'm doing a little
That England,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the favorites to win the World
Sure.
Cup. would be- but like they're gonna win the game. Let's not get
course.
excited. That'd be
course.
absolutely insane.
Elsie doesn't think so.
I'm enjoying Hate Watch
Well,
Peachy. This is
yeah.
good.
What? This is absolutely mental. We didn't even get our date at the Azteca to relive '86, huh? Crazy.
Not yet.
Oh no, but we will. We will. We
Not
will.
yet,
That's
not
fine.
yet. I
It's
mean,
different.
lest we forget,
Easy, Peachy. Easy.
wasn't Morocco down quite big at one
Of course,
point?
They were
Ariel.
down 1-0 in like
Yeah.
the 90s.
You're dead right. This is silly. This is silly.
This
Come on.
is early. These are
Well,
early
I have
days.
bad news for you, Pete. Or good news. 1-1.
Oh,
Great.
Oh, they just scored!
Harry Kane, everyone's favorite Irishman.
Coming home. It's coming
so
home.
happy. Peachy's
It's
so
coming
happy.
home. It's coming. Football's coming. Come on.
I
Get
am
a close
so
up.
far behind y'all. They still haven't scored yet over
Come
on
on. Who is it?
There it is. Harry Kane
The
with
captain.
the header.
Back of the onion bag, old Harry Kane.
What a huge
Tell us.
goal for England. That is incredible.
Listen, you can't diminish the goal when you were about to
I know,
celebrate.
you were celebrating the win already.
sorry, what was I saying? What did I say when I
Harry
came on? They're gonna win the game. They're gonna win the game.
Football's
Hey,
coming
listen,
home.
I love Harry Kane. He's my Irish brother.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's right.
Congratulations.
I did
Him and
never
Declan
mind.
Rice. I mean, two
yeah.
instrumental players
Jack
in the
Grealish.
team. My Celtic brothers. You know what I mean? Fair play. Great. I'm actually delighted for them.
What about Port?
Now we get the rematch from Mexico '86. You were just going on and on about.
They're gonna have to
Well,
go to the
it is
Azteca
one-
where Diego Maradona pants them.
What are we gonna?
Sorry, no.
If England wins this whole
no.
thing, what state are you going to be in, Peachy?
Joy for my friends in England. And also, like, you know, a lot of people predicted it. Like, it wouldn't be a big shock. You know, but I'd be happy that they got their first World Cup win that wasn't rigged and cheated. I'd be
Sensational
like,
header by.
I would consider like their first World Cup. I think most people would as well.
Rick, serious thing.
Yeah.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I feel like we should offer to Emily to come on like back. Should we at least make that offer? Like she's going to be sitting here. They're going to be in penalty kicks.
I've been messaging with her. She said she's sweating it out. We will make sure it's over when.
No, just tell her, do you want to come after Terence Crawford? Just come at 4.
No, she's already on her way. She's coming.
Okay, I feel awful. I actually feel awful. I didn't realize it was going to coincide. She's a huge football fan.
I think what we do. I think what we do
not even
is
joking.
we make sure that the game is settled. You know, we.
Well, then we have other people on the back end. If this
No,
goes,
I mean,
if this goes into penalty kicks, we're talking about another 45 to an hour.
Well, let's just hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
DR Congo's got one left in him.
I think just
come
extend
on.
it.
It's not gonna be extra time here. It's England against.
She
Dr.
might want to just
Congo.
go to a local pub, you know? Just
That
extend.
would be absolutely insane.
All right.
All right. So I'm telling her.
Just say,
her
hey.
suggestion is, hey, come back at.
No. Don't say come back. If you would prefer, we see the way this is trending. We want to be, respectful. I just want to give her that option. I don't want her to hate us, That's all.
This is so great.
I would want someone to do that to me. We could just, I don't want her to.
Director extraordinaire Andy is suggesting we route a monitor in the studio so
But then
we
it
can have
takes
a
away
live
from the
watch
interview.
party.
Now we're watching the game.
Well, PT I think would enjoy watching someone watching Lynn live.
You think that would take away from it?
Absolutely.
World Cup game, extra time, penalties during an interview?
Yeah, I think so.
What could be the
Take away from
problem?
That would be amazing.
What could be the problem? I think that'd be great content.
I mean, I think. it
So
would
tell us
just-
about the snooker at
Yeah.
ESPN.
Oh, Marcus Rashford.
Over the net!
Did he do it? Anyway, I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, back to the questions. Hello, team. 2 points on the White House card. Firstly, Gan broke the rules. If Poatan was kneed to the head while downed or kicked in the groin during the action, it would have been stopped. Why are shots to the back of the head not treated the same? Secondly, Taporia hunted Justin down in the first round to test his power and get reads. In the second, he put it on him and should have got him out of there. Justin only won as Taporia gassed out hunting the finish. If they fight again, Taporia wins. You're welcome. All right. So what do you want me to say? Why are shots to the back? I mean, wait. Poatan was kneed to the head while down? I don't remember that. You guys remember that?
No.
I don't know. I feel like we have to move on from that fight. It's been like almost a month now. War 135. Bro, Herb has deducted more points in UFC fights this year than any other referee. What are you on about? Yeah, I saw those stats, by the way. I've not verified them, so I don't know what's real and what's not. He also does ref a hell of a lot of fights, too. Chris Rem says, hey, Ariel, I don't think Big John's interview did the MMA officials any favors. On the refereeing side, it isn't acceptable for the Godfather to preface excuses with Herb is my buddy. I mean, he is his buddy. What do you want him to say? At the top of the sport, it should be cutthroat and there should be ramifications, not excuses, because these guys have been around since the early days and helped build the sport. I will say there needs to be new blood. Now, whatever mechanism they use to bring in new blood, I know they're doing some seminars and things of that nature, but there needs to be new blood. Is Dave Allen a big footy fan? Will be kind of funny if we have him on after. A W, hopefully, for him. Anyway, on the judging side, he seemed to accept that subconscious bias affects officiating. In court, if the impartiality of a juror is compromised, they're replaced. Simple. Again, how can people on the biggest... Okay. If the... So we offered, she said she's coming in. That's totally fine. I mean, I'm not watching the game, so I'm happy to keep it on as scheduled. I think it's going to make for a fantastic interview. If the impartiality of a juror is compromised, they're replaced. Simple. Again, how can people on the biggest stage let bias and expectations affect what they see? It's criminal to see such poor standards at the top of these sports with zero accountability, with the athletes left to deal with the outcomes, however unfair. People talk about the new generation of fighters. Where's the new generation of referees and judges, by the way? We're starting to see a few more. Vitor Shaolin. We're starting to see Frank Trigg, Chris Lieben. Good to see the fighters transition over. Here's the new Helwani. Hello, friends. Which weight class do you think has evolved the most over the last decade in terms of skill or overall talent? And on the opposite end, which weight class do you think has degraded the most? Heavyweight? Light heavyweight. Light heavyweight. Light heavyweight used to be the glamour division. Which has evolved the most? Would you say flyweight? Women's flyweight.
Women's strawweight, maybe?
Women's strawweight was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, Joanna. Yeah, fair enough.
Men's flyweight is pretty great right now.
I think that's evolved. I always used to say
But
there was...
Demetrius Johnson was the
Yeah.
high bar there for so long. He was the best fighter in the world, probably. You know what I mean? So
But
The
there was...
depth that they have now.
The gap between Valentina and the rest of the weight class in the early days was super big. I don't feel like it's as big anymore. Now that could also be a byproduct of her getting older. And is it father time for the women too, or is it called mother time for them?
good question.
I feel like we
Who's
just
the
say
check?
father time.
We say father time?
I think so.
All right. Do we agree light heavyweight has regressed the most? Used to be the best division.
It's tough.
Yeah. Here's Martin from Ireland. Okay, I'm going to try to get this right, PT. Daidwit Ariel Agus.
Diagwich. August. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Agus. Nabuakali Saichul.
He's saying,
Hello.
Ariel, the boys in the back.
Yeah. Look at you speaking a little bit of Gaelic, huh? Is that Irish or Gaelic?
Same thing.
Same thing.
Gaelic
He's
is-
taking it up. When I was in Ireland, all the signs are written in Gaelic.
Can you tell us something? Like, tell us you're very excited to see England lose to DR Congo in the World Cup match today.
No.
You can't do that?
Talon, Sketchamini, Urum. No, I'm very excited. That's
Okay, all right. Simple one for me today. We know Ian's next fight is with Islam. My question is, who does he face after that if he wins? And who does he face if he loses? Thanks. Big love from County Clare. Era. County Clare?
Yeah, GC was there. That's where the Cliffs of Moher and everything was.
Wow.
GC, remember you stopped off on the way, I believe it was on the, what was the name, the town you stopped in?
Doolin.
Oh, Doolin. Yeah, beautiful, yeah.
Beautiful. Got a nice stew there as well.
You were in that beautiful bar. Oh my God.
Some kind of bar.
Some kind of bar.
They're different. Though.
Islam,
different.
right? If he wins, it's Islam again.
Yeah, probably.
If he loses,
Michael Morales.
you don't think Michael
I think
Morales...
he did it himself by saying like he should move to middleweight. They're automatically going to be like
But you don't think Michael Morales gets a title shot if he loses?
Pratchis.
Oh my God, this next question is way too long. But I do see, in honor of OG Ananobi, will we finally get Nigerian fight feast for Usman versus DDP or Atama versus Hergovich in July? Oh, Abe, what do you think? You're getting a lot of requests for fight feast.
I know, but they take planning and time. And
Yeah, and?
isn't the OKC one July 18th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I leave to go to DC, and then we're off to Vegas and
What's in D.C.?
America 250.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you're going
Yeah.
to be there?
Yeah, my brother's performing, so my entire family is going to
yes.
DC this week.
At the White House?
No, not at the White House, but they're performing on the mall.
Wow. Wait,
I'm a Gunnery Sergeant Bucks fanboy. Like I am his fan. You know what I mean?
is Hannah Davis?
Anna Davis will be performing. Yeah, she's in the band. Yeah.
Are you gonna meet her?
I think if I requested to meet her, yeah, I could probably make that happen. Yeah.
Wow.
She's in the band. I was at like a private concert for this when he got promoted last spring, and we got like a private concert. It was great.
What's the song? What's the Sugar song? Superstar?
Yeah, Superstar by
You
Lupe.
buy what you say.
A superstar.
So yeah, I mean, I come home super late, and then we're off to Vegas, and then we're not back till what, the 14th?
The 14th, yeah. I mean, they do have Nigerian restaurants in Vegas.
15th for some of us.
Yeah, that's right.
For some of us, Pete. For some of us.
For some of us.
Win or learn. Win or learn.
Wow, this is another big one. Mr. Clean. I was trying to read it as Merc Clean. Ariel, happy Canada Day. I would be remiss if I didn't wish you a happy International Joke Day. I'd also like to wish you a happy International Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. Love that. Also, I hope you have a wonderful International Post Workers Day. Been watching you since before Leoto's dad drank his pee in front of you. Love the show, although I still do miss the MMA beat. All right. could be coming back. Ariel, do you think Conor is at a point in his career now that the UFC are hoping he loses his next 2 fights? I feel like if Conor beats Max, his contract negotiations could get messy. In your personal opinion, how do you think Conor's negotiations will go? If he beats Max, do you think the UFC will actually make Conor a legitimate offer good enough to keep him out of free agency? Yes. It seems like Conor's open to re-signing if the deal's right, but I'm skeptical. The UFC will give him the kind of money he's looking for. I don't think they're rooting against him, but I think it's probably good for business if he wins. And I do think if he wins, they'll try to sign him. And I do think if they can't sign him, they'll try to sign him after the second fight too. I don't think the UFC doesn't want to be in the Conor McGregor business. I think if I were Conor McGregor, I would test the market. I would fight on my contract. He seemed to think that I was implying like, hey, you should, you got to leave. I'm not saying you got to leave, but you might as well know how much you're worth, right? You might as
Why
well
didn't they send
put
him?
yourself out there. What?
Why do you think they didn't extend them?
I think they didn't want to.
Because they usually do that, right?
I think Conor's team didn't want it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, Harry Kane just netted an absolutely
They scored?
disgusting goal to go.
87th minute. Football's coming.
I mean,
home.
what a result
It's
against Congo.
coming
I mean,
home.
that's amazing.
It's
isn't it?
coming
It's just-
home. It's
What a
coming.
side that
Harry
is.
Kane is
What a
filthy,
side.
bro.
He is. That's not nice to say.
Oh, is that bad over in the UK?
This
No.
works out perfectly
Oh,
now
sorry,
for our
sorry.
interview.
Yeah. no, he's great.
He's
This is
great.
great.
You know what?
Off
Let's
the
not
right
count the
foot.
chickens. Let's
Oh,
not
yeah,
count
yeah.
the chickens.
A Butte? Tell us. Give us the play-by-play.
Come on,
GC.
Galway.
I mean, bro,
Well
he
done.
is going.
Doing it for Connemara.
He is going
Fair play
right.
to you.
He's almost completely past the goal, turns and just rips it top shelf.
This is at Mercedes-Benz, right?
Whew, yeah, shout out.
Media getting food for the first time. I heard that as well on the podcast. Second captains
At
but
Mercedes-Benz
isn't it great?
Stadium.
Yeah, and
treat
isn't
him
it
well,
great?
man.
Those
Shout
little
out to Arthur
dancing
Blank.
feet. I wonder if he picked that up as a child when he was Irish dancing for his.
Yeah, now yourself. Where was he born, by the way, Harry Kane? Which part of Ireland?
Not too sure, but his mother, her mother, was born in Connemara, a Gaeltacht region
grandma?
in Ireland.
So you like to say that it's such nonsense. It's his grandmother. If that was accurate, I should be like representing Lebanon. Like, what are you
Are you not
talking?
proud of your Lebanese roots?
I'm more proud of my Canadian roots. I'm from Canada.
Well,
Didn't
Well, that's
Declan
different strokes
Rice
for
like,
different folks.
play for the Irish national?
played for Ireland and kissed the badge. Yes, he did.
So that's
Yeah.
different. That one I give you. The Harry
Someone
Kane one
else,
feels
too?
like a stretch.
Declan Rice.
Jack Grealish, yeah,
Jack
Jack
Grealish. I was
Grealish,
going to say pretty boy.
Yeah.
But imagine how good they'd be if Michael Olise, the guy they just let slip through their fingers and play for France, actually played for them.
Wow.
That guy is so good. It's scary.
Oh, guys, this is fun. We've got a boots on the ground report from the World Cup. So let's see if it meshes with yours, GC. Hello, Ariel. This is from Ben. I thought I would just give some boots on the ground feedback from the World Cup. I have just got home from traveling over to watch England. The U.S. is a great place, my second time visiting, and the infrastructure is amazing. The Boston and Dallas stadiums are a thing of beauty. Funnily enough, baseball is the only U.S. sport that I enjoy watching, so please give me some tips on getting into it. All right, root for the Blue Jays. American football and basketball aren't for me, although I did feel happy for the city and the Knicks because of you. Thank you, my friend. Overall, the vibes are great and the people are loving it. I see a lot of negativity on social media, especially towards England fans, but can assure you it's not like that in real life. Everybody has been so welcoming, friendly, and I've not seen any trouble at all. There are some negatives, though. All right, here we go. The ticket prices are way higher than I've ever seen before, which is certainly an indicator of being in the U.S., and these supposed hydration breaks are really commercial breaks, again, for the U.S. Football is a working-class fans game, so they need to remember that. The current FIFA regime are not fit for purpose. The people, the fans, the stadiums, the vibes are all great, so shout out to the U.S. for a great tournament, and I feel safe in saying it is definitely coming home. P.S. Please stop going to Pizzi for feedback on the Three Lions as he watches with his green glasses on. As he only supports Ireland, he doesn't really understand what good football is. Please refer to GC for future reference. Wow.
He doesn't understand what good football is.
Yeah.
Are you fucking watching England against the fucking Congo, mate?
What's wrong with Congo?
2-1? Are you joking me? Is that meant to be good football? 2-1 against Congo.
I love
6 of these lads don't have a contract next year. And you just beat them with minutes left in the game.
I mean, it's not
which
over.
I predicted.
It's not over. There's
Imagine
still
that.
extra
I
time.
love the shift in in tone here from PT throughout this one.
Yeah.
He is spot on.
Good
with the
football.
ticket
Watch
price.
France last night. They will eviscerate eviscerate England at the play.
That France team is something special. Hydration break, like I get are super annoying, but like yesterday at MetLife, bro, it was like 94 degrees.
Oh, right now we're about to enter like an insane heat wave. Have you
Yeah,
looked
like-
at the forecast?
Well, they've
for the
just
next
made
few days?
quarters. They've made quarters. They've turned it into quarters.
Yeah, no, it's awful.
like-
it's awful.
Like Mercedes Benz doesn't need it. It's 71 degrees in there. It's climate controlled.
It's
but, like,
indoors.
Yesterday
Yeah.
at MetLife, I was like, I kind of.
Is it indoors?
I
It
kind of
is indoors. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Mercedes Benz, one of the most beautiful stadiums in the country.
it's unbelievable,
Probably,
breathtaking.
Probably suit England as well in the game against Congo, you'd imagine.
Here's Oak Valley who says, "Hi Ariel, boys in the back, and the Irish fella. You know yourself. The Dutch football team lost to Morocco and once again shattered the dreams of ever becoming a world champion. Any tips from you on keeping the hope alive? Congrats on the next. That's what you have to do. You have to believe at some point it will happen. Now it's obviously a little bit tougher because you're playing every 4 years, but take it from me. We were down and out not that long ago." And now I've got Larry O.B. on my desk, and it's so nice and cold. It gives me like a jolt of energy when I touch it.
Oh,
That's how I feel. So let me tell you something. If you stick with it, it's the most rewarding feeling of your life. Honestly, it really is. And you can't especially if you're from there, you can't jump to another team. You can't do that. Here's a couple more, and then we'll get to our first guest of the day, Emily Frazer, Dave Allen of Doncaster, and the one and only Terence Bud Crawford joining us on today's program. This is from Matt Mo. Sup, Ariel? I have some breaking news. Armin Tsarukyan will be making a cameo in Rush Hour 4, playing an Armenian mob boss. He had dropped a nugget on your show saying he was going to be in a Jackie Chan movie, and at that moment, Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker are filming Rush Hour 4, therefore using deductive reasoning. It is safe to assume Armin and maybe some other MMA fighters will be making an appearance in this much-anticipated sequel. So, you just totally guessed, yeah? Is that what happened?
That is a complete guess.
Okay. James the Tuna. Ariel and gang, in years gone by, you have talked about the curse of the cover star when it comes to the UFC video games. Have I ever talked about that? That doesn't really seem like something I've talked about. I don't really care about that stuff.
I feel like we've maybe casually mentioned it on.
But me personally,
I don't know.
anyway, I just realized that Alex Pereira is the cover star for the newest game, so it seems this theory is still ringing true. Love the show. Enjoy Vegas. Peace and love. Peace and love. This is from
and love. Peace and love.
This is from my good friend Jason Tackefman. Guess what he's asking about? Unc, when is the Pizza-centric merch dropping? You got a lot of fans,
When
Pizza.
is it? When is it dropping?
I don't know.
What are we gonna do?
Maybe a little 4-leaf clover.
Yeah, you need
Harry Kane.
like an
Harry Kane,
embroidered
Declan Rice,
Yeah.
Crack Irish underneath.
logo for sure, and then you also need some sort of art representing 30 million for a kitchen scrap.
There you go. Guys, this is a good one. Well, it's about New York Rick.
He's not here right now.
Yeah, but it's about him. It's not a question. It's just like...
He could hear it.
Oh, then
We
we
can
should
discuss him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hi, Ariel. I just wanted to check, is New York Rick contractually obligated to take the devil's advocate position on every topic? Last week, he told us that losing was actually the best thing that could happen to Ilya Taporia. Who knew?
As that was leaving his mouth, I just knew. It's
a great point.
You're gonna hear a lot about
Oh,
this.
here he is. Here
you
he
know?
is. Here he is.
Now this week, he's saying he'd rather see Usyk versus Deontay Wilder, who's coming off a fight against Derek Chisora, instead of seeing Usyk versus undefeated and arguably the greatest UFC fighter ever, John Jones. If McGregor gets flatlined next week, Rick will tell us it was exactly what his career needed.
Not quite the same. Come on. Don't be stupid.
By the way, I did look
these-
into that. Can I just say I did look into that? And as far as the Jones side of things, they told me nothing going on there. That's something that
No
he's like-
way.
he's putting
For
it out.
real?
I wanted to confirm. I wanted to do my
I also agree with
diligence.
Rick. I do not want to see Alexander Usyk box John Jones.
John Jones and Usyk are not boxing? No
It's
way.
not that he's not. They said as of right now, there's nothing to it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Low IQ question from this guy.
Wow.
They said you're contractually obligated to take the devil's advocate position.
Yeah. Look,
Any truth to the rumor?
it's just there's some people who have high function, like high level thinking, and then there's some people who just don't get it. It's okay. Like,
You're talking about me, aren't you, Rick?
no.
I actually
It's-
did get a peek at Rick's contract, and there was the devil's
There was a
advocate clause.
wow.
The clause.
Wow.
I worked it in. I
written in
made sure that
bold
they
red.
put it in.
Yeah.
In bold red, huh?
Yeah. And Ariel was like, "Look, man, you don't have to say anything. Say whatever you want." He's like, "Well, actually,
No.
because of the clause, I do."
Okay.
To play devil's advocate in the contract, it does say
I missed the first part of the question, but this was because I said John Jones versus Usyk is dumb. That one part.
and also Ilya Taporia
Yeah.
besting.
The best case scenario.
Does anybody here actually
one
want
was
to see
shite.
John Jones box Usyk?
I'm down.
No.
No.
I mean,
One,
okay,
like,
nobody but Ariel.
over something else.
Yeah. If it's that or nothing, sure. If it's that over Aspinall, no.
Yeah. That says it all, no?
What about this one, guys, from Butt Nutter? Ahoy, ahoy. Frank, Frank, isn't that your saying?
Frank, is that you're saying that? Butt nutter?
I don't think
As
I've
we
ever
all
said
know,
button.
Irish only 6 million, Russia 150 million because of this connection between the nations and the famed Ireland versus Dagestan saga. I would like our very own Irishman to provide his thoughts on the controversial White Russian cocktail. PT, is it not a crime to mix milk with vodka? Lastly, Frank hit the breaking news.
It actually didn't trigger. ...
He says, sorry, I just always wanted to do that. Cheers, lads.
If it's not abused, that.
Fair play, fair play.
Uh,
White Russian. I tell you, me and my mate stay one night. We had nothing but just milk left, and we just went at it. And I tell you, the colours that were coming out of me the next day wasn't worth it, man.
What do you mean you had nothing else left? Like, could you have not
could
just
drink
like put it on ice? Why'd you have to add milk to it?
It was 14.
Top 5 things that I don't want to mix with alcohol. Number 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think we just
It
watched
is actually really
The Big
tasty,
Lebowski. We just watched The Big Lebowski.
And you're like, these got to be good.
In the last year, these got to be lovely. But I tell you, I was spewing all types of Technicolor out both ends the next day.
Oh,
I can only
Technicolor.
The Kahlua.
It's like Bijan Robinson. By the way, one more. And by the way, breaking news, Frank. Football's coming home. It's coming home. They have advanced. All is good. Don't worry about it. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Nervy.
What a
free
result!
kick at
What
the
a
end.
result
Squeaky
for
bum
England!
time.
What a result for England!
One more
Harry
PT.
Kane is a hero.
He is an absolute hero. Build the statue. Haggerty says, my AH brother, why do I feel at home with Pizzi and Elaine and the Dog podcast is the next addition to the Uncrowned Network?
In the sitting room?
I feel like there's something there.
Standing up in the sitting room.
I feel like there's
Pizzi
something
and
there.
Reg.
I feel like there's something there.
You know, it's gonna be tough to get that contract over the line with the line. Though,
She's
you know?
tough, huh? Yeah, she is tough.
Oh,
She's a tough negotiator. I know where you get it from. All right, still to come, we've got Terence Crawford, we've got Dave Allen, the great Dave Allen, who is going up against Thomas Carty in Dublin at Croke Park on the 5th of September. But I'm very excited about our first guest, and I'm sure she's very excited because her beloved England, the Three Lions, have just prevailed 2-1 seconds ago in Atlanta. So this is great stuff. She is the CEO of Matchroom Multi-Sport. She is a group director and board member of Matchroom as well. Considered one of the most prominent UK female leaders in all of sport. She is the one and only Emily Frazer. Emily Frazer is here to join us on the show. Hello, Emily. How are you? Football's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. How are you? So nice to meet you. Please have a seat. Could you believe that? Did you get the message? We were following the match, and I told my team to tell your team if you wanted to wait, because I was foreseeing maybe penalty kicks. In the end, Harry Kane.
I just have faith.
Okay.
And I was in the Uber and I just thought, do you know what? And also, I can't be late. Like, I have to be on time. And if I've said I'm doing something, I commit
I
to
appreciate
it.
that.
But you don't know this. I was watching in, like, the social area.
Yes.
And obviously, we're in 6 minutes added time. We're literally in the 96th minute. And they have a free kick. Congo, obviously. They take the kick, and then the screen just goes black.
Oh.
And I sat there, and I was like...
Oh, I am so sorry.
And then I just went, I wasn't sure if I'm allowed to swear.
Oh, you can swear.
What I repeated out there is not for children. But I was literally like, are you kidding me? Everyone was like, oh my gosh. And then it come back on, and they missed.
All good.
So all is well.
I am sorry that we booked you at this time. I have to admit.
Good. I accept your apology.
No, you probably thought this can of piss. He could have booked me at 3 o'clock. Why 2 o'clock? I really did not realize. And I've been trying because we have guests from Brazil. So I've been trying to weave through the schedule. I feel like Matty Lawless, wherever he is, should have said, hey, Ariel, can we do this? So I apologize.
No, everything is good.
Okay.
It's
now you're in a great mood.
I'm in a brilliant mood.
But you were watching it probably like in the cab or something like that?
I was like trying to get ready, and then I was like just basically not even getting ready. I was just like watching the TV. And then I got in the Uber and I'm like, I'm trying to pull it up on my phone. I'm like, how do I watch this live? And I said to Uber, I was like, can you put it on like the radio? And
Dear.
He's like, oh, I'm listening to my chill music. I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, can't be rude.
Was he from Congo or something?
No, I don't think so.
Where would you have been watching if you were home?
Oh gosh, I haven't been home for like 10 days, so I'm like a New Yorker now.
You're like a full-on American.
I am. Where would I? Probably with my dad.
Okay.
Like football with my dad is like my thing. I support Palace.
I understand. I hear that. We just got your gaffer.
I heard.
How about that? And I say we, of course.
Nottingham Forest, yes.
Are you surprised about that?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Why did he leave you guys? It kind of like reached the end for Oliver over there?
Probably. And I mean, at the point, it's just like, you know how Ted Lasso goes at the end?
Yeah.
And that 4th season? And maybe that was Oliver Glasner's time to go.
Okay.
So, I mean, I just think everything's always exciting. You don't know like what's coming around the corner. New manager, it could go all tits up at the first game.
Like
we do
that?
not know,
Yeah.
but it's something new and it's something exciting. And then our new manager could unlock brand new things for Palace. So
You know, Brendan Johnson's a good mate of mine.
Oh, really?
Good is maybe a strong word.
Good is. You're like, hi, friends.
Yes, and I know the Palace fans are, a little bit torn on him, but we support him here. We love Brendan.
Okay. Yeah, we're just not
He's one of our own.
seen.
Yeah.
But obviously my second team is going to be Team USA because Chris Richards plays for Team USA.
Okay. Yes.
So we love Chris, but listen, I do love the football.
Of course. Are you surprised by my football knowledge? Are you impressed?
I am very impressed because it's obviously just not the main sport over here, which obviously we recognise. But the streets are just literally full of football fans. And I just
Amazing.
think it's so good for, like the younger generation looking at things like for it to be something big over here, that could really generate new players coming through and it's a new opportunity for a new sport. So hopefully football's going to be, soccer, sorry.
We're very international here, so we like calling it football as well. But I want to talk about you because I was introduced to you really through the Netflix series, as I'm sure so many as well, The Greatest Showman. And of course, know about Eddie. He's been on the program multiple times. Love what he's done. Have great admiration and respect for Barry as well. And then there you are, this character on the show, which to me was more interesting than the boxing stuff, because the boxing stuff we talk about all the time. We live it and breathe it. But I didn't know much about the other side of Matchroom Multi-Sport. You're the CEO of Matchroom Multi-Sport. And you were so charismatic and energetic coming off the screen just as you are in person. And so when they told me that you were going to be here in New York, in our town, to be able to come in studio, I was relishing the opportunity to learn more about your side of the business, because we always hear from Eddie. And so could I ask, just off the bat, you are here because you made an announcement very recently, right, in the last 24 hours regarding 9-ball?
9-ball pool, yes, which is my little baby.
And nine ball is different than the snooker. And I was told, don't call it snooker, it's snoo. You have to really...
Snoo.
You have to...
You can call it snooker.
Okay, all right.
That's okay.
It's a different sport. Is it billiards?
Completely different sport. So it's in the billiards category.
Okay.
It's, cue sports. I quite like it because I can compete a little bit against the snooker for the 9-ball.
Okay.
But they are completely different sports. So, the darts that was at MSG last week,
Yes.
did you get to watch much of it?
Of course, Luke Larry's our guy.
Oh, yes, he
Luke
came
Humphreys.
in. And the pool is a lot more like the darts.
Okay.
The audience is a lot more energetic. You don't have to be completely silent when you're watching 9-ball pool, whereas snooker is this elegant sport that has the history in the UK, has incredible players. You got Ronnie, who's the GOAT, and you got so many.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ronnie
Okay,
O'Sullivan,
yes, of course.
And so it's a brilliant sport. And the difference is that pool is just a completely different game. It's a smaller table, it's different pockets, the balls are slightly bigger, but it's a bit more dramatic.
Okay.
So you can get the 147s in snooker and it's, the long pot, and I call it boring, which I shouldn't really say that with my Matchroom head on, but with my Matchroom pool head on.
Okay.
The pool just has something that it gives you that ability where you can go, I can have a crack at that. So if you're sat at home and you're watching the Moscone Cup, which is the Ryder Cup of pool, and you have Team USA versus Team Europe, the fans, if you imagine the pool table's right smack bang in the middle, and it's like an amphitheatre, and it's like a big cauldron, and you feel literally like the audience is sitting on you. It's an incredible atmosphere. these shots that the players play, like the 9-ball, which is you win the rack if you pot the 9-ball.
Okay.
They could miss that quite easily because of the atmosphere in there. You can cut the tension with a knife and people are screaming, they go crazy, and then as soon as a player gets down on a shot and they move like their backswing, it goes silent. And then it roars up again.
Love that.
And the players really show their talent on that table because, I mean, I get nervous in that arena because it's so intense. So the players, for them to be able to make these kind of shots in that arena is really quite sensational. But if you're watching at home, so viewers who are going to be watching on ESPN Plus this November.
Okay, so that is the news.
That is the news.
Okay.
ESPN for the US Open and the Mosconi Cup. But when you're watching at home 9-ball pool, you say, that's easy, I could have done that. And because you have that sort of idea about it, the table looks smaller, it kind of looks like an easy shot, but the players do a great job of making it look like that. You get yourself out there, like we did. Judd Trump is a credible snooker player, comes in, plays 9-ball, finds it really difficult because it's a completely different game.
Okay.
So to go back to the announcement yesterday, ESPN is obviously huge for us over here. Like, I spend enough time in America to know that that's major. You know, we stay in a lot of hotel rooms. I put the TV on and I've got ESPN 1, 2, 3, and you know, and you know, ESPN Plus reaches 24 million, and we're looking at 9-ball pool and saying everyone plays pool over here. Like, everyone knows there's a pool table and you can go play, but no one really knows that it's a professional sport, or that we have these top international players that travel the world to earn ranking points to then play in the Ryder Cup of pool. No one really knows about that. So we need to educate viewers over here that this is a professional sport. But also, if you love the atmosphere of the darts at MSG, come along to the Mosconi Cup or the US Open that will be in Texas for the first time and actually enjoy the atmosphere. Like, you don't have to be quiet. You don't have to sit still in your seat. It's very much, you get to walk around, you get to chat to your mates, you can drink beer. I mean, at the Mosconi, we have guys that turn up and they've got belt packs with the Bud Lights all sitting around it.
Yeah.
And so it's a completely different event. And so for us to have this partnership with ESPN that puts 9-ball pool on the map, and I know before I sort of came in, the Mosconi Cup was live on ESPN in 2015.
Okay.
So it's been that long for the Mosconi. The US Open's been running for 50 years now. We acquired it about 5 years ago. That was on ESPN in 1992.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So it's really, shaken up the pool world. And everyone's just saying, finally, there's something here for 9-ball pool. Because, look, we all believe it. I believe that it can be the next thing, because otherwise we wouldn't be investing so much time and money into this sport. But we're promoters at the end of the day, and we need to tell the world, listen, 9-ball pool is coming. You would never have thought about it for the darts. No one ever would have thought someone like Luke Littler would be an absolute sensation and a global superstar at such a young age, because he's throwing literally 3 darts at a board, which I can see you got your dart board.
Of course. We love the darts here. As CEO of Matchroom Multi-Sport, what do you oversee? Which sports do you oversee? Which entities?
Interesting. So my actual next event that I'm going home for is Fishermania.
Okay.
So
it's called that.
It's Fishermania.
I adore that.
Obviously, true Barry fashion.
Yes.
Comes up with that name. It's actually the longest running sport on Sky Sports.
Wow.
And
is this like the Super Bowl of fishing?
I think Barry likes to call it the FA Cup of fishing.
Fair enough.
So
okay.
we won't offend him.
Okay.
But listen, it happens once a year.
Okay.
It's something that's super close to the Matchroom heart, but it also keeps us really fresh as to what other sports look like. My team are basically operating to that next event, and we're going to have 30 anglers all around a lake. They fish for 5 hours straight. You get half-hour, 30-minute weigh-ins, and the person with obviously the highest weight wins.
Wow.
And it's £50,000. I mean, I'd love to enter that. But, fishing's a really high participated sport in the UK. A lot of people travel around the world to qualify, travel around the UK to qualify for it. So it's a really important sport for us, and event. We get 2,000 fans coming in on the day. So that's our next one. So we cover fishing.
All right, fishing.
Then we do a couple of snooker events.
Okay.
We do a Champion of Champions, which is like the 16 best players in the world. And we do 9-ball pool. So I want to say about probably 4 years ago, multi-sport was, I say multi-sport, I've been spending so much time here in America because everyone goes multi-sport.
Yeah.
It's always multi-sport in my brain.
For me too.
Yeah, so now I'm changing to multi-sport. So we used to do ping pong, 10-pin bowling, which was like the Ryder Cup of bowling.
Okay.
Gymnastics, that was something that I did it within my sort of reign of multi-sport. And just like coming around with the Olympics, there's no prize money in the sport. It didn't really like lift off as we thought it would. Simone Biles came over for the event in London, and that was like one of my probably biggest achievements, just to get her over. We did like it's kind of like Strictly Come Dancing.
Yeah.
Judges, panels go up.
Wow.
I do remember 20,000 fans booing Simone Biles at the O2. And
wow, you got 20,000 fans.
Yeah, the O2.
Why did you stick with it?
Because with the year before we did it was 1 year before COVID. And then it went into the Olympic year. And around the Olympics, around like Commonwealths, a lot of the gymnasts, obviously, you don't realise how much strain it is on their bodies to go and do like 4 apparatus in one day. But we did like a Superstars of Gymnastics. So I just let them do whatever they wanted. So they would say, Emily, can I just like run up onto the vault and do my own move? And I'm like, yeah, as long as you're, you feel like you're not going to hurt yourself. And then the judges panel would score them.
Okay.
So it was more like a fun day out.
Yeah.
It went down really well. But again, we went into COVID and the Olympics and it just didn't really pick up again. We dabbled a little bit in netball, which is obviously really big in the UK, and basketball.
Did you have basketball?
Yeah.
When was that?
Gosh, that was at the O2. I think it was like 2017, 2018.
And was it Matchroom basketball?
Yeah, so we had the netball, we did like a weekend, and the netball was on the Saturday, and that was Fast 5, so it's like a fast-paced, dynamic form of netball. So what we always do is we basically take a sport and we go, how do we make it so you and me watch it? And like, I'm your casual sports fan. So if I go to a standard netball game, I'm bored out my brain.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make it exciting for me. If I go to the basketball, I'm a bit confused because it's not our main sport in the UK. So we wanted to come up with formats that was for everyone. So the netball, it was an already approved format. It's Fast 5, 12-minute games. You had like 12 teams in the UK all competing, and that worked really well. Tickets were selling really well at the Copper Box. Unfortunately, you get into positions where federations kind of hold the sports back because they don't want us putting 100,000 prize money into that.
Okay.
And then we used to do the basketball on the Sunday, and basically there was no real shorter format of basketball. It was like the 3-on-3. So we kind of adopted what we did with the netball, created a 5-point line.
Wow.
And
you guys are revolutionizing the sport, okay?
And
are you just sitting around at a table and thinking like, what could we do to make this different?
yeah, you just come up with these ideas. Like you go to like a game and you think like, obviously you look at what works in the sports that you're working on. And I remember we built this like golden buzzer, which by the way, it's like cost like £500. It was like the cheapest thing like I've ever got done, but I've used it so many times. And it basically sat in the middle of the court, and you had the 2 benches for the netball and the basketball. And basically you could do like a power play. So for 2 minutes, you can get double points.
Wow.
So this buzzer sat in the middle, and obviously because we didn't have the budget and we were doing everything first time, it wasn't like it wasn't automatic. So the coaches could go and hit the buzzer for their 2 minutes, but obviously they can't do it at the same time as the other team, and they weren't allowed to do it for the last 2 minutes of the match. So it was quite tactical,
Right.
which was really fun that we were getting used to. And so like a coach would go over and whack it, and like someone upstairs would be like not paying attention. And then they're like trying to do it, and it's just like it's obviously not gone off. But that's happened only a few times. But it created so much drama, and it was really like energetic, and it was a great weekend, and it was at the Copper Box in London. But unfortunately, what happened with the basketball was that unless you got NBA stars there, you're not selling the arena out.
Right.
And we were just having to give away tickets. It wasn't really quite happening. We obviously did the 5-pointer and no one was scoring the 5 points. So, whereas in the netball, it was really, quite incredible.
Yeah.
So to go back to like my point of multi-sport is that we were doing all these different sports throughout 1 year, but they were always one event every year. And the pool, we were doing 3 events.
Okay.
We were doing a World Cup, a Masters, that's like the top players in the world, and the Moscone Cup, the Ryder Cup of pool. And it got to the point where a good 4 years ago, we said, well, how are these players getting in? Like, what is this story we're trying to tell everyone? One of the great things I've always learned from Eddie is storytelling of the boxers, of our athletes. What are we trying to tell people? And what was happening is that the event just comes in, it's live, and then that happens, it finishes, and then on to our next event, fishing or netball. But what happens in the sport of pool? They go to these other events, they might not get paid, there's not really much happening in the sport. So we made a decision that we needed to double down into pool, but we could see all of these social media figures in the background. Like, it's wild to think about it. Like, when I look back at it now, we had like different Instagram accounts for our different events for the pool. And it's like, well, why don't we pull these all together, have Matchroom Pool, and start the YouTube channel? And we started going down, and then it got to the point where our YouTube numbers were starting to get on the map of like the Eddie, the Barry, and everyone's going, whoa, what's happening here in Matchroom Pool? And it's, well, actually, there's a demand here. And the majority of the audience is all coming out of US. So the next step was we acquired the US Open. And so, like I said, nearly been running for 50 years, that event, and we acquired that. And that was the first ever open tournament we did, 30 tables in play. I thought I was going to quit my job at that point multiple times.
Why?
It was just like really difficult.
Stressful.
We've always done one table event, so it's just like one boxing ring, one football pitch. But there, you've got multiple matches all happening at once. We had 256 players. We've never done anything like that before. There was 4 of us in the team. Shipping containers didn't arrive. We were at Mandalay Bay in Vegas. It cost a fortune. We were paying out quite a bit of prize money, and the players had such high expectations of what we were going to deliver because we were Matchroom. And it was really quite challenging. But I love it now. I look back at it and I'm like, that's what built me into the person I am today. And, the team come together and we put that event on. So the next step was World Championship. So we acquired the Worlds. So now all of a sudden we got these 3 invitationals, an open event, the US, and a World Championship. And as soon as that happened, it all started to start climbing because we're getting more content out there. There's ranking points now on offer, and players actually have a way to get into the invitationals, and they have a reason to travel around the world to play in the events. And so now we've formed the World 9-Ball Tour, which is WNT. We have our own OTT platform.
Wow.
Which is doing it's 2 years been running. It's doing really, really well. However, we're not truly global. And that's where the likes of ESPN come in, get more eyeballs onto us. But we got to be doing that everywhere we go. But we are noticing that the US is our audience. I mean, 9-Ball originated here. So everyone plays 9-Ball when you go into the billiards halls here. Whereas back home, it's all spots and stripes, which is just, it's a pub game, which 9-Ball is, but it's got that dramatic and it's exciting to watch. And it's the professional element. So we started to notice with multi-sport, let's put our investment into the 9-Ball events because we could see a potential. We're looking at the ping pong events. It was a great event. Every year, exactly the same number of people turned up. Never an increase in seating capacity, never an increase on viewers on social media, no pickup on following, nothing. Whereas, and the same with 10-pin bowling. But the pool, now that's growing at such a quick rate. Imagine if we actually acquire more events or we stage new events. I mean, 2 years ago we had 1 event in the US, and this year we have 5. Next year I want to add another 2. So we're really like growing something incredible, and that's why the news yesterday is just so great for the sport, because it's it's taking us really to the next level.
And so right now you oversee 3 entities. Is that fair?
Yeah, 3 sports, unless I'm missing one, but yeah.
I know you mentioned a lot there. How many of you are there in Matchroom? So obviously Eddie focuses on the boxing. There's a darts equivalent as well. How many would you say are at the top of the sport, so to speak? So I would put Eddie as CEO of boxing. Is that fair?
Frank's CEO. Boxing.
Frank is CEO.
Yeah.
So what is Eddie? What would you say?
I got no idea. Eddie's just Eddie,
He's
isn't
just
he?
Eddie. Yes, you've got Frank, of course. How could I forget the great Frank Smith? So Frank is CEO. Who's the CEO of darts?
Matthew Porter.
Of course, who was also featured in the Netflix series.
Yep.
And then there's you. Is there another one? Or is that it?
Yeah, so we've got the World Snooker Tour, and then that's Steve Dawson is the chairman of that. He was also featured in the doc as well. So they're like the pillars of the sports.
Do you guys interact at all? Or are you all sort of in your own silos?
We're all so busy, which is really quite a poor excuse, but it's like because we were all here in New York last week, it was actually the best time that we've all spent together because we were all with one another. I mean, I was staying obviously midtown near the darts. Frank was in Brooklyn, and I cycled and went and met him for breakfast. And so we'll sit down, have 2 hours. We probably will never do that for another 3 months or 4 months. And it's nice because you just chat about what's going on in your world. I mean, you keep up with everyone on like social media. We all talk with one another, but you have like a really healthy family competitiveness throughout the different sports.
You want to do better than them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And in like a sibling way.
Yeah.
Because that's all we have to compare it to.
Right.
Sometimes, like I definitely do this, is I don't look outside of us enough and compare how pool is actually a lot bigger than some other sports in terms of how quickly it's growing. But we use like the other sports as great sort of foundations. I mean, we're in an office where if I've got a question or one of my team has a question for the darts, they can just pop along to the next office. What do you do in this situation? Or how did you market this event? And we are so like, we're in such a great opportunity where we have everyone at our disposal like that. But I mean, Barry's the best person for it.
How involved is he in all of this?
He just loves it.
So is he there? Like, is he present?
Yeah, he's very present. And it's more that he wants to see us all succeed and he wants to see the sport succeed. But he's also got so much knowledge. I mean, there's times where I go, oh my gosh, like, this is really tough, and this is a situation with the players, or am I really this stupid? Like, is this really going to be a proper sport? He's like, Emily, when we were at this point with the darts or with the snooker, this is like, we were at this point. You just got to stick with it. And he's the best person that if you ever feel like you are in a bit of a situation, you need a little pick me up, he is the best person. He won't, like pander to you and say,
sure.
Are you okay? But he'll say, right, come on, up you get. Like, this is how we did it back then, or, this is the challenge that we faced before. And he turns you around. Like, within 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you're ready to go to war. And it's incredible that you've got that there on the phone.
Of course. He's seen it all. He's done it all.
He has.
He's been there. Now, your story with them is fascinating. You started when you're 20. Right? Am I right about that? You're sort of introduced as a youngster because I believe your father knew Barry?
Yeah, so it's actually really quite interesting. I was telling someone the other day that I got offered like 2 weeks work with Matchroom last minute, and I quit the job I was at to do the 2 weeks work.
What were you doing?
I was a estate agent.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I never trust an estate agent. Like, never trust, because I've worked in it for like, I want to say like 3-4 months.
Estate agent. What is that?
Like a realtor.
Okay. A real estate agent.
Yeah,
got
sorry.
It. Got it.
It was the only job I could get because my mum knew like the branch manager.
And how old are you at this point?
At this point, I was, I think I was about, was just turned 20 or just.
Quite young for a real estate agent. I don't know if that's the norm in England, but here it's not.
No, I think you can get into sort of that early on.
Okay.
I was a junior, but I basically, my dad met Barry on his way to Vegas for the World Series of Poker. And my mum
Oh,
and
you
dad...
just met them. They're not friends or anything.
No, they've
Okay.
met one another.
Okay.
And so I grew up, like my mum and dad came from nothing. They started like a building refurbishing company together. My dad was like painter and decorator. My mum had a job somewhere else. And when they met, like the stories they tell me of how they were trying to make it through months and to pay bills and when we were born and, you know, what they had to do to get that. Like I remember not seeing them when I was younger because they were working all the time. And I truly think that my work ethic has come from the pair of them in very different ways. So they started a company, and I think for fun, as like my dad got older, he was like, I'm going to have a crack at poker. So he goes to Vegas, meets Barry. I think Barry liked him, so he had a bit of personality, and invited him to play in some of the Matchroom poker. I was coaching gymnastics at the time because it's a really good wage for gymnastics if you're like qualified coach. I was always very driven by money when I was at that point. And I get a call, and my mum's like, your dad's just won like this poker tournament. I'm like, what? Like, didn't even know he played. And it was one of the Matchroom events. So he comes home. I'm like, Dad, I need to go with you next time. Like, this is incredible. And my dad's got 3 girls, by the way. So I think I was the boy of the family.
Okay.
So I go and I sit in like a green room, and it's obviously they're playing poker. And it's all pre-recorded back then. And you can watch it happening. And you can watch the under the table cameras.
yeah.
I'm sitting, I'm like, Dad, you got to fold, you know, because obviously you're watching it. And I loved it. Like, I loved being at the studios. I thought it was fascinating. I loved like the game of poker. And I learned it a bit. And basically my dad, I think he turned around to Barry and was like, please, can you just give my daughter some work experience? So I did work experience when I was like 17, 18 with Matchroom. So I'd met Frank and met obviously Eddie and Barry when I was a bit younger. And I just did work experience. And then I get this call up. I obviously go to this estate agent. And by the way, I never thought that I would work at Matchroom. Like I just never would have thought about that or that it was an option for me because I didn't do well at school.
You didn't go to university as well.
No, I didn't go. My mum and
Parents said no,
they said no.
which is quite surprising.
Yeah,
Most
they
parents
normally go
want
the
you.
other way.
Yes.
I think they just knew me so well. I'd never got kicked out of school just because the teachers liked me, because they were just like, she's just so lovely, Emily, but she clearly just doesn't want to work. Like she doesn't want to be here. I was more interested about leaving work early and going to work in for like the gymnastics. I'll go and work in like a poker club after or something like that. Like I was more driven by that.
You were a hustler.
I was a hustler.
Okay.
Still am.
Okay.
So don't play me a game of pool 'cause
No,
I'm a
no.
hustler. So I then, go to this real estate agent job, hated it, went to my dad's office every day. I was like, I hate this, want to quit. Daddy's like, quit. And I'm like, well, obviously I can't, blah, blah, blah. And then I get this call. It was a Matchroom producer. She's like, Emily, someone's fallen sick. Can you come and floor manage for these 2 women's poker events? I'm like, yep. She's like, starts like, it was in 2 days. Are you sure? Yep, no problem. And I went into the branch and I was like, yeah, I need holiday from Saturday onwards. And he was like, no, should you fall down the street, outside? You can't just do that. And I was like, okay, I quit. So I walked out. And I was like, I know that I need to go and do this with Matchroom. And I think it was the penultimate day. Eddie come and sat next to me. You had to be really quiet in the studios. And you'd watch the monitor. And he was like, can we talk outside? And he was like, do you want to come work for us in the TV department? And I was like, yes. It was like, it's not really much, but this is that. I was like, yeah, no problem. He's like, but the drive's a bit long, so I've not asked you before. And I remember that always staying in my head. And I was like, no, that's fine. I'll be there. And then my journey started from there.
How long was the drive? What are we talking?
It was like an hour and a half.
Okay.
So I was like South London, there in Essex. So I drove that. Sometimes on my way home, I'd stop at the petrol station, have a little sleep because I'd just get so tired.
Wow. How long did you do that for?
I commuted, I think it was about 4 years.
Okay.
Then I moved into like central London so I could try and do the train a bit. And then all my moves had been, so I'm sort of between my mum and dad and the office. And the thing that I loved about Matchroom the most, and especially like when I joined, was the family element. Because I've always been so close with my family, I love to see that. You see it in the doc with Barry and Eddie and how they are with one another. It is just, as soon as you come into that company, you're part of it. And it's like a protective company, and you all back one another. And it's an incredible, it's an incredible family to be a part of. And the opportunities that I got given by Barry, I will forever be grateful for, because I took the bull by the horns and I've done certain things, and, you know, I've worked really hard, but I would never have got those opportunities if it wasn't for them giving that to me and thinking, we'll give her a try. It doesn't matter, like, who she
What do you think
is.
you'd be doing if this didn't happen?
Fuck knows.
No idea.
I'd love to be like a detective.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I know,
Completely
really
different.
left field, but I just I really love problem solving.
Okay.
If I'm at an event and nothing's really happening, I'm like, something happened, so I can solve it.
Okay.
Like my drive is on like adrenaline and, you know, pressure. I like making decisions under pressure. Not when I was at that time or a couple of years ago, but I've realized it now, because I just get so much joy out of it, because it turns every problem you encounter turns you into an incredible operator, because you're not going to face that again. You're going to be more prepared for next time. I mean, it does mean that I'm very, you know, I think about every possible outcome before I do it. And so my brain's just fried. But I go into a situation and I'll think, right, what's the worst that can happen? And I'll make sure that I've made contingencies for all of that, because you go through all of these situations and you just got to try and put on the best show, be the best out there when it comes to being the best promoter, and making sure that you actually get the players what they need. And that is a professional tour that they can earn money on. I remember when I first started working on the pool, about 6 players were fully playing professionally, because they had like sponsorships, and the prize money they were getting allowed them to just have that as a job. Everyone else had to have a side job. Whereas now we got 128 professionals.
Wow.
We actually have over 500 on our rankings, but that's not to say that all of them don't have a side job as well. But this is turning into something that can actually be, you know, a real job for them, but we're not at life-changing moments yet. And that is where the ESPN deals come in. That is what turns it around, what new events can do. And we just have to be improving every single time. And I think that's why it's so good that we have other sports, because it keeps us fresh on our toes. We never get complacent at Matchroom. It's drilled into our brain, especially from Barry. You just can't get complacent.
And Eddie, to a degree, from getting to know him, he does sort of preach the same thing, and you can see his drive as well. And I could see why he is, you know, taken to you and is so fond of you. How would you describe Eddie behind the scenes, and how involved, like, is he, you say like you and Frank and the other CEOs don't really, is Eddie overseeing everything, or does he kind of let you run the show as well? How would you describe?
Eddie's Eddie.
Okay.
So I think what's brilliant about him is that what it says on the tin is like what you get. And everyone is like, I think a trait that him and Barry have is that they will just be real with you, which a lot of people can't do. He obviously loves the boxing, but he also loves sports that are successful. And so, you know, he looks at the darts and he goes, how can we be bigger? How can we be better? He looks at the pool. How can we be bigger? How can we be better? And he is looking at those angles, and he does look at it as a Matchroom entity, because again, it's legacy as well. And he knows that there are other sports that are there, and the benefits of the cross-promotion. Not many promoters out there can cross-promote within their sports. Mm-hmm. You know, you're not going to be able to always have Luke Littler attending the boxing on Saturday. Like, that's really incredible. You had both Luke Littler and Luke Humphreys there at the boxing. And so to be able to do that is incredible. But I think, look, Barry's done... just you can't even express what he's done for the sports that we're involved in. But Eddie's taken it to another level in terms of social media, in terms of like promotion, and he is the hardest worker that I know at Matchroom. he will get on a plane, he will go to there, he'll do the press conference, he'll go to the next one. Like, he truly loves boxing and he wears his heart on his sleeve with it. And I think it's admirable. And that's where I look at Eddie sometimes and I go, oh, okay, then it's not just me that's so crazy in love with my sport that I want it to do well. And, you know, some decisions, you do bring emotion into it because we live and breathe this at the end of the day. Like, this is my life. Matchroom
So much
is my
so
life.
that I think one of the themes in the series was that, like, you don't really have much of a personal life.
No, that's quite embarrassing.
Has that changed at all since you put it out there to the world?
No.
You really played this up. It's like you sitting there by yourself. Your mom's coming to visit you, but like for the most part, I understand it. You're so driven. You're so obsessed. But do you want that counter? We all need balance in life. We all need a little bit of this and that. Do you not want a family? Do you not want all these things?
Fucking hell, you put me on the spot.
But I mean,
no, I'm
listen,
joking. I'm
you
joking.
put it on the spot in the film, in the documentary, but
No, that's true. I of course do. And I think more recently, where we were filming Netflix, and obviously we filmed like a year before it all released.
Sure.
And when I was filming with them, it really made me realise that I wasn't spending enough time with my family. And I was coming off a plane and I was going home, I was like exhausted. And that's where the Crystal Palace matches came into play, because I had dates set in my diary that I could go and spend time with my dad and like my godfather and his friends. And that became something that I could share with my dad. And so that came off of the back of filming with Netflix, because
Okay.
I really realised that I wasn't spending enough time with them. But I do look at it and I'm like, I'd love to have kids. Like, I really would love to. I will make it work, like when I want to do it and when I'm ready. I will do it because I know whatever I put my mind to, I can achieve it. I just know that when I do have a kid, I will literally love them so much that I want to do that. The work would maybe come second. Well, should come second, really.
Yeah.
But it's just, I'm just not quite ready there.
you love the work so much, you're married to the job.
I am married to the job, and I think the Netflix show actually made my personal life 10 times worse because I'm still in the same situation.
I thought maybe it would put you out there and then you'd have suitors. People would be like, wait a second.
Maybe not the kind of suitors that...
Okay, fair enough.
But I think it was a lot of women actually got in touch with me after that and expressed how they found it challenging in certain situations as well. And I basically just said what they were thinking. But I was obviously just real about it. I think that was a part of the conversation with my mum, and I turned around and I was like, please don't put that in. And like kind of laugh, because it is a real thing, you know, like it would be really difficult for me to have a child and to work at, you know, the fast pace that I do. But right now, my mission is expansion in America for 9-ball pool. So that's why I'm over here for another week. Every day, I'm even just here in New York. I'm looking around. I think, how do I do this? Okay, this is kind of what time the live sport's on in the bar. I'm thinking like how everyone thinks over here. And I'm trying to sit down and look at it and go, what do I really need to do to make pool explode over here?
So one of my theories is, you know, I get this a lot from the European and English fans. They get on my case. They're like, how many teams do you root for? Like I thought you're a Knicks fan and that's it. But now you're a Buffalo Bills football fan, you're a hockey fan, you're a baseball fan, because in our world, in North American sports, there are so many different leagues, right? There's the NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, there's hockey, we like Premier League, there's MLS, there's this. Over in England, there's really just one league, right? There's the Premier League.
Yeah.
And then there's these other sports that you are involved in and the darts and whatnot. And I think it's easier to have like your club, you have your country, your club, and then you have the fun. And so my question is, could something as somewhat niche as pool, as darts, really have the same type of impact here when there's so much competition? There are so many sports, there's so many teams, there's so many games every night here in America, as opposed to what you guys have, where it's just football, and then there's the break come May till August or so. I wonder if there's too much competition. What do you think about that?
Well, I would say that in the UK, the football is so out of reach, it actually makes it too challenging.
When you say out of reach, what do you mean?
Because it is the main.
Expensive.
It's the main sport.
Okay.
And there's no way you're ever going to compete with them. Like, you're never going to compete with football, with other sports. I mean, the darts is obviously like, it's huge around Christmas time. You've got the boxing, which is, you know, it's next level. But the football will always be
number one.
right at the top. Whereas I actually think that, yes, it's a challenge. And listen, I'll sure give it a bloody try. But over here, because there are so many different sports and there are so many people, like, there's a stat that 20 million people in America are playing recreational pool. Now, loads of people in the UK are playing paddle right now. But if you go into every paddle club and say, who's the world number one? They go, what?
Yeah.
Is there even a world number one? No one knows that. So yes, 20 million people could be playing pool over here, but do they know who our world number one is? Do they know what the Moscone Cup is? So we need to tag the Moscone Cups onto the Ryder Cup, because everyone knows about the Ryder Cup. There's more competition here, but there's more to also piggyback off.
Okay.
There's more to learn from. There's more people over here, and it just, also all our numbers that we look at behind the scenes, the majority is all coming from America.
Really?
And we've not even scratched the surface yet. Like, we look at our...
number one, America's your number one market?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and our second is, it's close between Philippines and Indonesia and Vietnam.
So not the UK?
No. The UK is one of our weakest markets.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
and where did this air before the ESPN deal?
on WNT TV.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're their
Our
own platform.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
it will be shown on both,
Okay.
which is really good for us because, you know, we don't take a step back in that respect because also you look at, we do events in the Philippines and we're on their main broadcaster there, One Sports, and they have like, it's similar to ESPN. They have their digital arm, they have all of their different channels. Like you go in the gym in the Philippines and you go on the treadmill, their number one channel that comes up first is One Sports.
Okay.
And all of our 9-ball pool is on there. We weren't doing any pool in the Philippines since 2012 was our last event there before we came in with the Reyes Cup that was on the dock. That was the first time we'd come back to the Philippines since then. And now all of a sudden pool is back on national TV over there. So all of our viewership on social media was all showing Philippines as one of our top 3. I just think that there's so much data that is coming through that the move to America for us for 9-ball pool is there. But I'm telling you, we are not even...
You haven't scratched the surface.
No, nowhere near, because we're not doing enough events. There's nowhere near enough content. And it's quite interesting is that the Moscone Cup, and I think it's the opposite of the Ryder Cup, Team USA have been really bad the last couple of years.
Okay.
Europe are really strong, and that's because they have structure over in Europe for 9-ball pool. They have more like qualifier events that other organisers put on because that's just how it's been. Whereas over in America, it's all been money matches. Like you go into a pool hall, they could be playing for 60,000 on the side. And that's what it's used to here. So the players are incredible, so talented, but they don't have a professional structure to follow. So when it comes to the Moscone and they all have to rally together as a team, they're so disjointed and they don't win. They haven't won for 5 years now. So by us doing more events in America, every time we do an open event, by the way, we hold a junior event. That's for everyone aged 16 and under. We have kids that as young as 7 competing.
Wow.
They wear special like
I
platforms.
was just going to ask about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they wear these special platforms so they can reach table. Sometimes we even let the parents move a stool
gosh.
around.
Wow.
Yeah, and at one point when they asked, I was like, oh, this could be really bad if I just say no. Like, I
Yeah.
see this kid like crying his eyes out. But the interesting thing is that you actually get half of the junior field are all girls, whereas our main, because all of our events are open, our main event, we get 1 or 2 women that play in it. So the girls are starting fearless and they're saying, right, I'm going to have a crack at 9-ball. So every time we do our opens, we've got the juniors along the same side. So we're saying, yes, Team USA have been a little bit rubbish the last couple of years, and that's putting it really politely, by the way. But I'm rooting for them to win. we're also creating a development program along the same side. So then in 3 years, there is a strong Team USA, and they have events that they can compete in different states around America. And they will actually be competitive for the Mosconi Cup, which is only going to make it more exciting. It's going to, the Europeans have kind of lost a bit of interest in the Mosconi because they just win like 11-3 now.
Oh, wow.
And they're just like, and I say, oh, why are you not coming to the Mosconi Cup? And they go, what, to just watch them, get USA, get their asses handed to them.
You need a rivalry. It needs to go back and forth.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to be learned, obviously, from the darts with the characters. Are you guys obviously doing that? Like the entrances? To me, when I watch the darts, it's like pro wrestling. Yeah. With the personalities, Stephen Bunting, he's got his thing. Luke's got his thing. Luke's becoming a bit of a bad guy, a heel, as we say.
I love it.
I'm assuming you have characters like that as well.
We
You need those
do.
characters that people are emotionally invested in as well.
Of course, and we definitely need them, and they have it, but no one knows about them yet, and that's obviously what we're trying to do. We actually really switched up our game plan this year with our content. We were focused so much on the match, and here it is. It's just like the table shot and this shot they played, and it's actually, no, what were they doing 1 hour before the match? What were they doing 1 hour after? Let's take them on an open bus tour around Sarajevo and Bosnia. Let's put them on a tour. So that we have those personalities, but they're just not quite known yet. But what I love about my team in multi-sport is that, I have one guy in my team and he loves WWE. I used to love it when I was younger. So we go and we'll watch it. And you look at the entrances and he sits there and he's like, Emily, imagine this. I'm like, yeah, imagine how much money we're going to have to pay for this. And, there's always the balance between, you got to make it a profitable business at the end of the day. But let's add the bells and whistles and try and get people engaged. So my team are always thinking like that. They're always thinking outside the box. They don't get too complacent or too, narrow-minded just into the sport. We got to think. We make the decisions that the hardcore fans would hate. And sometimes, I might be the heel, for instance, because I will make a decision that I know is right for the future of the sport in 3 years. But the hardcore fans, or even the fans that are just following it now, will go, that's not right. And might make a bad...
what? What are we talking about?
It will be
change the format?
Change of the format.
Oh, wow. You can just do that because it's your own thing. You own it.
And I think that's what's so beautiful about what we do at Matchroom is that you can make changes.
Eddie can't change boxing rules.
No, because it's...
Yeah, it's a set thing. But you can try to change things, as you were talking about with the basketball and whatnot, to try to make it a little bit more entertaining. That's a lot of power.
Yes. So when it is a bad decision, then you really have to hold your hands up. And that's one thing that we're really good at. But, 1 year we tried a fans vote for the Mosconi Cup, for instance, instead of it being a lineup that the captain submits. You try the fans vote, try and engage the fans into it. It worked for 2 years, but then it wasn't really working anymore. So we put a stop to it. So there are so many things that we will do where it is for the future. And because we are promoters and because we're in different sports, some people just won't really understand that. But that's okay, because in 6 months' time, they'll see, the benefits
You have to innovate. You have to, you can't listen to the vocal minority, even though they may be the true hardcores. You want this thing to grow. I did want to ask you, we see Barry, we see Eddie, we see you, we see Frank. You never see Katie Hearn. Oh. You never, in fact, the first time I went over to Ireland to work a Katie Taylor fight against Chantel Cameron, a woman comes up to me in the hotel and she says, I'm Katie Hearn. I'm like, are you Eddie's sister? I've heard about you, but we never see you. She doesn't do media. She doesn't do anything like that. And I understand she's played a big part in your career as well. Why is she so secretive behind the scenes? Why is she so...
Yeah, no, I think she just prefers to be more private.
But she's a massive part of the team, right?
Yeah, and she's one of the best directors that ever worked at Sky Sports and, behind the scenes of when you're doing a live production. I learned all my TV production experience from her.
Unbelievable.
Because we were always, my first days were more in the poker, sometimes the pool because we'd obviously televise that. I learned how to negotiate. I learned how to look at budgets. I've really learned a lot. And I think, some people would just prefer to be more private or,
It's just funny because Eddie and Barry are so out there, right?
I know.
They're such showmen, and she's the complete opposite, it seems.
Yeah, but listen, she's such an intelligent woman. I mean, I've just seen so many things. Obviously, I used to work a lot closer with her when I was a lot younger, but she championed me so much, and she would involve me in conversations. I could just, as long as I just listened and I learned, and if I said, what's that, she'd explain it. I just spent time with her. And, she used to direct these poker shows when we used to do them. And it was really quite a challenge to do the poker shows. We used to do a 48-hour live cash game. And
straight.
Yeah, so we would put 2 crews on it. I mean, we'd never get away with that now. There'd be overtime through the roof. And we put 2 crews on it. And because she loved it so much, and you see that throughout everyone at Matchroom, everyone becomes obsessed with what we do. She wanted to always direct that show. And she didn't want to let go of it and sort of go home for the night to let the next shift come in. And obviously, I would be with her, and I wouldn't be in the position that I am right now without her. And, I'm always and forever grateful to her for that, because I think she truly taught me to be really resilient in a lot of areas. And there's just so many people, when you look back at things, there's so many people that sort of helped you become who you are. And it's really quite interesting.
She's a legend. Okay, so tell the audience, 9-ball, ESPN, when's the first event? How can they watch? How can they support? How can they learn more?
Okay, 9-ball pool. So, World 9-ball Tour.
Yeah.
We are actually back in America, in Florida, Orlando, for the Florida Open.
Okay.
That is starting at the beginning of August. And then we basically move on. We have like an August run. So we go Florida Open, we go to the Arizona Open, we then have a Phoenix Open, and then we finish with the US Open, which is live on ESPN in Texas.
So the previous ones are on your platform?
They are all on the platform.
Okay.
So you literally will have a month of August, and it's $10 a month.
Okay.
And you just go onto WNT TV and you just watch endless content of 9-ball pool. And then after that, we go over to the Philippines. And then we finish the year with the Moscone. That will be back in Orlando and Florida.
And this Moscone gentleman, is that a person?
Willie Moscone.
Willie Moscone. Legend?
Yeah, legend.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Greatest of all time?
There will be lots of different. It's kind of like the Messi
Ronaldo
conversation
gotcha,
right
okay.
now.
Is he alive?
No.
Okay. But it was named after him.
Yes.
And that is, as you say, the FA Cup?
That is the Ryder Cup.
The Ryder Cup. What is the FA Cup?
Fishing.
The fishing. Gosh, there's so much there. I'm trying to make all the connections for the audience.
Okay. All you need to know.
Fishermania.
Fishomania.
Fish-o-mania.
So it's like fish-o-mania.
Yes. The fishing was great in the doc.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. I think it was a celebrity thing.
That was like a side thing.
But it's just fun. I enjoy watching fishing. There's something calming about it. I don't know.
It's really therapeutic, by the way.
Therapeutic.
I got some of my best work done that day or that week just fishing. It was honestly really good. I was like on a roll. But yeah, WNT, that is the World 9-ball Tour. That is our little baby at Matchroom. It's going to be as big as the darts. We're coming over to America.
I love it.
We're taking America by storm. I want California. We're going to be all over the US. And so, yeah, Florida is our next big event at the beginning of August.
I wish you the best.
Thank you so
much for coming in. Great job on the doc. It was great to learn more about you. Great to have you in. Congratulations on the ESPN deal. That's very, very exciting. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
I love the drive, the passion. Good luck to England. The World Cup as well.
And USA tonight.
And USA tonight.
Next.
We appreciate that. Yes, USA against Bosnia. And good luck to Palace.
Don't be like that.
No, I just...
Like, you were so nice.
We were Selhurst Park is not the nicest.
Listen, I grew up in I grew up in Croydon.
It's not quite
and
the
I've
city
turned
ground.
out okay.
The world famous city ground. Have you been to the world famous city ground?
I have, yes.
You have. I have not. I'd love to sit on the Trent End. Do you know about the Trent End?
No.
Yeah, that's like the Trent River.
Oh, okay.
They say the mist comes over.
Yeah.
I'll teach you about it sometime.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Emily. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Dave Allen, another Matchroom guy who's fighting at Croke Park on September 5th. And then Terence Crawford. Don't go anywhere. Alex Perez, Surreal Gone. Obviously, you've probably heard Alex very unhappy with the way that fight was refereed, feels like he was hit with illegal shots to the back of the head repeatedly, is putting out, petitions to get Herb removed, all this stuff and more. I don't want to get into that right now. I just want to get into the actual sequence in the fight. Do you believe that he was hit with shots to the back of the head? And if so, do you think that fight should have been paused, stopped, DQ'd? What do you say?
I'm telling you right now, I've watched that too many times, and I love the fact that you're putting up these pictures because not one of those was an illegal shot that you're seeing.
Okay.
Put those back up, and let's talk about what is the back of the head,
please,
and what happens in the fight, and what happens in the back before this ever occurs. Because take a look at that elbow. Keep that up there. That is not an illegal elbow to the back of the head. That is a legal shot right there, because that would be hitting right where it's even past the crown of the head. And so that's a legal shot. The back of the head. And here's the problem, Ariel, is we have all these different, we have different commissions, we have different groups, we have different people. And, when the unified rules was put together, I made it very, as open as I could with what was occurring at the time, as far as what the back of the head is, because we were coming into the world of boxing. The commissions were very comfortable with the boxing world. They were not comfortable with MMA. And so they wanted to go with headphones, which is boxing. That is what the back of the head is. And medically speaking, they're right. It's what the back of the head is. But boxing is a 180-degree sport, meaning we cut that boxer like the headphones straight down the sides and at the waist. That's your legal areas where you can't touch their back. You can't do anything. MMA is a completely different sport. MMA is a 360-degree sport. And what you're doing by sitting there and putting headphones on the fighter, and you can go back and let's go back to the early days. There was no back of the head. Okay? They were allowed to hit everywhere that was possible. And we didn't have any complaints. We didn't have people getting hit and going, oh my God. They knew they could be hit. Now, again, when you believe that you can't be hit somewhere and you get hit there right away, it's an attention getter, and you're thinking, hey, you can't hit me there. So I'm not blaming the fighter in any way, but the back of the head starts at the crown of the head. That is meaning that all of this, all on top, all of this is good. Okay, so where that elbow is at is a good spot. It starts at the crown, which is towards the back, going down, and it's a 2-inch strip. It's this big. Okay, it is not a wide strip. So if I put my hand back here, it's my two fingers together is what the back.
All right, back on the program. That was my conversation with the great Big John McCarthy. A lot of people had a lot to say about that interview in the aftermath of what he had to say, and this was just yesterday. So it's up there on the channel. Do check it out. I thought it was a great chat. And again, not a lot of people, in the officiating world are willing to come on and are willing to not just defend, but explain and all that stuff. So I think it's very, very important. I think it's important. I appreciate him very, very much. Let us take a quick second to thank our friends over at Kalshi. Appreciate their support very much, and also let you know that Terence Bud Crawford is going to be joining us in about 30 minutes time. But just a few weeks ago, we had the pride of Doncaster, England on the program, Dave Allen, the White Rhino, and everyone seemed to love it very much. It was a great chat. I enjoyed it tremendously as well, and you may have heard yesterday it was officially announced that he is in fact fighting Thomas Carty on the Katie Taylor card on September 5th in Croke Park. And so I thought this would be a good time to have Mr. Allen back on the program. He's kind enough to join us right here and now on this Wednesday evening in the UK. Yeah, there he is. Hello, Dave.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you. How are you?
It's nice to see you again, and congratulations on England prevailing against Congo. Did you watch the match?
I watched probably the last 10 minutes of the first half. When Tuchel hasn't took Trent, he hasn't took Palmer or Foden, and I just can't see us winning it, to be honest, but I hope for the best.
What, so you just stopped watching as they were down 1-0?
I had to train at 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a massive football fan, I'll be honest. I'm not really into football.
You couldn't be bothered?
I'm just not into football, really. I'm not unpatriotic, but you know, football's not really my cup of tea.
But you heard Harry Kane saves the day.
Yeah, I like Harry Kane. He scores a lot of goals. I don't know anything about football, but he plays like a prime Makalele. He's always sitting in front of the defenders. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know anything about football, but I like Wayne Rooney. I like Alan Shearer. I live in the past, so I'm happier there.
I understand. You know, it was interesting because yesterday you also said you didn't know much about Croke Park. You said, what's the fuss about this place, huh?
Yeah, I got some stick for that as well.
People didn't like that.
I'm from Doncaster, so Croke Park's in another country. Ireland, had to get a plane to get there, so it's clearly in another country. And I never heard of it till Katie Taylor boxed there. At school, I went to school, we did history. We did Henry VIII. We did the First World War, the Second World War, Battle of Hastings, 1066. We did... there was nothing to do with Ireland there. Like, I don't know anything. You know, I'm uneducated. I'm ignorant to things because I'm uneducated on them, and that's not my fault. That's the curriculum we was given. So anyone saying to me, you don't know about Croke Park, it's not disrespectful. I'm uneducated, so that's not my fault. That's those that came before me. They never taught me about it, so I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry that I never got taught about it.
Now you're learning more, though. You said you're going to maybe look into it.
I know all sorts now. I know everything about it.
It's quite a big deal to fight on this card, right? I mean, this is 80,000 people, the retirement fight. What was your reaction when you were told about the opportunity? Or did you think like, okay, no big deal, it's just another one?
Yeah, I mean, 85,000, I believe. Carl Froch did 80. I'm doing 85. I'm not in competition with anybody, but it's good to have 85. When I first got told about it, I just said, yeah. Eddie messaged me. I said, sound, I'll do it. But then it took my opponent a couple of weeks to come back, and by the time he came back, I lost interest, to be honest. I was scared of flying, so I didn't actually want to box in Ireland. I didn't really want to fly. I actually got on 2 planes yesterday. I weren't best pleased about it. But I'm very happy to watch that. Katie Taylor, I think, is a wonderful woman, wonderful fighter. So I'm very proud to be on her final fight, in with a good fighter. It's a great opportunity, and hopefully, you know, it'll be a great atmosphere and one that I'll never forget.
When we last spoke to you, Dave, it was prior to the Filip Hrgović fight in Doncaster, a big homecoming fight for you, a big opportunity. And I've since understood, obviously we know what happened in that fight. It didn't go your way. That's the fight game. But I've been watching your YouTube channel, and I enjoy it immensely. You tell it like it is. You're unfiltered, authentic, raw. I love it. Don't change. Don't even spice it up. Don't overproduce it. It's a wonderful place. I urge everyone to check it out. And I've learned that, did you get a little bit of stick after that fight? Are people coming after you for that? What's going on?
Yeah, I did. I'm glad you've asked me, actually, because I'm not really an outspoken guy, but well, a lot of stick. First of all, a lot of people say, oh, Dave Allen's a con man. Dave Allen boxed Filip Hrgović. It's a joke. So first of all, now you give me the chance to get my 2 pence in.
Yeah, please.
First of all, I never met the fight. So Filip Hrgović was offered to me, do you want to box Filip Hrgović? What's the crack? You know, because I know it's a big ask. What's the crack? This amount of money, right? That'll change my life and my kid's life. Doncaster Rovers football ground. Of course I'm going to do it. We're up against it. I train really hard. I was confident. I was actually very confident. I was fit. I was ready to go. I had a good training camp, really. And I was ready to go. So if people think I weren't good enough, fair enough. That's fair. That's what it was. It was a level or 2 above. But we all knew that. But I prepared correctly for it. Secondly, I got stopped in the 3rd round. The towel should have never gone in. My coach is a good friend of mine, and we had a conversation about 10 days after the fight. So I didn't watch it back for 10 days. At the time, I thought, well, I must have got battered. I must have been missing something, because I was in there and I thought, this is hard work, but I'm not getting it too clean. I don't think I'm getting it overly often. I'm riding a lot of them. He's not particularly hurting me. He started to blow, open up a little cut on his eye, and I thought, right, I might not win this, But like the Makhmadov fight, I'm going to hit him back at some point, and he's going to know about it. The towel came in, and when I watched the fight back, I was highly pissed off. I was very, very annoyed because that was my night. That was my night. I was willing to leave it all in there, and I didn't get the chance to do that. And people said, "Oh, you ripped us off." No, I never. No, I never. I feel like my chance was taken. I understand you bought tickets off me, and I'm very grateful for it. For the people that said, "Oh, I came and sat in the cold and that," yeah, I understand your frustration, but how do you think I feel? And I love my coach very much, and he did it with the intention of saving me for another day and keeping me healthy and safety, and I love him for it. But when people come to me and say, "Oh, you ruined our night," how do you think my fucking night went? It weren't very good for me either. So, and I've put 100% into training camp. I was training really hard, did everything I needed to do, and I feel like my night didn't go off how it could have gone. And I didn't rip nobody off. There ain't no con man about it. I box anybody, anywhere, anytime. I always have. I boxed Luis Ortiz. I took home about $9,500. Boxed Dylan White. Took home about 12 grand. So if someone wants to pay me a lot of money to box my local football ground, I will. And I've trained hard, and I'm ready to leave it all in there. And I didn't feel like I got the opportunity to do that. Not saying I'd have won the fight. Probably wouldn't have done. Probably been too good for me. But I'd have fucking hit him back at some point and have known about it. But it's been and gone now. But I have to be 2 pence in because I had a lot of stick about it. I just think it's wildly unfair, in my opinion. And I'm glad I said it, so thank you very much.
No, appreciate you saying that. Did you have that honest conversation with your coach afterwards, and are you still with him?
100%, yeah, because he's been my friend for a long time. Very long time. And we have the relationship where I just said, look, I weren't happy with the stoppage. Thought it was a bad stoppage. If I'd not, like, it doesn't, like, it's been and gone now. We've had that conversation. We're having the conversation now, but we've had the conversation. It's all been and gone. But I had the conversation, of course. That's the thing with me. If I have a problem, I'll tell you about it, and I'll do it in a nice, respectful manner. I'm not an arsehole in any way. But if I have an issue, I have to speak it, because if not, then it becomes a bigger issue. That's the problem with people. People have issues and don't talk about it. It becomes a bigger issue. So I had an issue. This is my problem. He said, fair enough. I thought I was trying to keep you healthy and safe. And I said, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And that was it. Jamie Moore, Nigel Travis, they're my coaches. They will be till the day I retire. They're my friends. I want to do it with them. I think the fight was ended too early. But I weren't in their shoes. I weren't in their shoes. If that was my friend getting what perceived to be a good hiding from 12 foot away, you can't particularly see too well sometimes, then that's fine. But they're my coaches till the end. And it's been and gone. It's been and gone. It was a high-pressure situation. But I put my 2 pence in. I told them what I thought. They said what they thought. And as adults, and who've been friends a long time, we respect each other's opinions. And we move on and we get ready for Carty.
You've been in this game a long time. You've had great nights. You've had some tough nights. You've taken some blows to the head. Are you at all concerned about the long-term damage? I would imagine that came into play here. That was part of the thinking as to why they stopped the fight. Is this something you're worried about?
Not really. No, not at all. But I'm funny, me. Like, I'm witty. I've still got jokes. I've got jokes all the time. I'm still funny, still witty, still with it. I might not have great historical, I might not know dates, facts and figures from whatever about certain historical landmarks in different countries. But I'm still with it completely. I feel amazing. I feel great. Physically, I feel about 300 years old. But upstairs, I feel sharp as I've ever felt. I've got 2 young kids. I won't go on too long. I won't go on too long at all. If I can't beat Thomas Carty, that's the end of the road, because I know where I'm not as good as I feel like I was before. I'm not saying I was ever a world beater, but at the level I'm about to box like against Thomas Carty, I should be winning. And if I can't, I ain't got it no more. But in terms of how I feel amazing. I feel great.
So you say you don't beat Thomas Carty on September 5th. You're calling it quits, really? You're done?
Yeah, that's fight 39. I'll have fight 40, and that'll be it. Probably call it a day, yeah.
Really? Why, out of respect, why do I say I don't believe you? I don't believe that.
Oh, you better believe it, because I'm going to go and do WWE. I want to go and do all sorts. Might even go to the next World Cup. You just know you can't write me off. There's nothing I can't do. There's literally nothing in this world I cannot do. So Yeah, if I don't beat Thomas Carty, I'll have one more fight near home, call it a day, and move on to pastures new. There's loads of things I can do, you know. There's loads of things I can be doing. I don't need to get my head punched in, past my best. I refuse to do it.
Is that something you really want to do, WWE?
I want to do I want to do everything. I want to do it. How long have I got left? The average life expectancy of a fella in the UK is 77. How many years got left? Got 43 years left.
Yeah.
You know, I can do all sorts. Honestly, people won't believe me. There's nothing I can't do. I can do anything. Literally anything. Not anything, but a lot of things. I've been an underwear model. Look at me. Can you believe it? There's nothing I can't do. If I can underwear model, I can pretty much do anything.
Well, because you're the everyman, and everyone sees a bit of themselves in you, and so that when you get these big moments, it's even more inspiring, and I feel like that type of energy propels you to be able to do anything you want.
Yeah, there's nothing. I believe that. I believe there's nothing I can't do. There's nothing no one can do. If you want to do it, go and do it. Obviously, not all the time. There's some things you really can't do. But if I can do it, if there's a way to do it, I will do it. And boxing's coming to the end, and it makes me feel a bit sad because my identity is of I'm David Allen the boxer, you know, and that's coming to an end. I'm gonna have to become David Allen, someone else very soon, and it's scary. It's a very scary thought, and you know, I'm still processing it now because I can beat Thomas Carty, but the end is nigh. You know, the end is close. You know, you can't beat Father Time, and I want to move on to doing something else. But I genuinely believe I can do many things. I'm multi-talented. Boxing is probably middle of the list of things I'm good at, but found a little niche. I can fight a little bit, and I've done well. So, but I'm going to move on. I said the last time we spoke, there's something bigger for me out there because I'm not a bad boxer, but I'm not the best one. But I believe I can do something amazing in this time I have on this earth, and I haven't found it yet, but I will find it.
Do you say that about the Carty fight because you feel like you're not quite on his level, meaning you're above him, and if you can't beat someone of his level, you shouldn't be doing this anymore? Or is that why you say it like that?
Yeah, I think so. I've got a lot of respect for him. He's a very good fighter, but he's 11-1. He hasn't really boxed anybody. His defeat was unlucky, but like I said, I'm not a world beater, not at all. I'm not saying that I am. I'm nowhere near, but I beat fighters that I would say are as good, if not better than him. I've been in with the best fighters in the world. Thomas Carty is around the level, I think, as the guys that I knock out, you know, and I think my confidence will be high. When my confidence is high and I'm in decent shape, I knock people out at a certain level, and I believe this guy is that level. So he's not a bad fighter, but he's certainly not one of the best in the world.
We saw the face-off just there, and we saw Eddie obviously in the middle. And so what is the relationship now with Eddie and Matchroom? Because the Hrgovic fight was Queensberry, you're back forth. Yep. He seems to really genuinely like you. Are you a free agent? Do you just, you know, are you work for hire? What's the story here? What's the crack?
I'm contracted to Matchroom Sports.
Okay.
You know, I see like Zuffa signed Conor Benn, like I think they're trying to sign Johnny Fisher. All I'm saying is, if you really want to go under Eddie's, you know, really want to annoy Eddie, you could offer me $5 or $6 million or something. You know, I'm just saying.
Would be nice.
There's worse ideas out there. Obviously, I wouldn't take it, but you know, if them guys at Zuffa want to try and, you know, break Eddie's heart, offer me $10 million or something. You know, I'm just thinking, you know, not a bad idea. But yeah, I love Eddie and me. I do. You know, we've had our ups and downs, but I'm still contracted to Matchroom. The last fight was a Queensberry fight, but Eddie, he let me go and take that opportunity with Big Phil, and I've still got a few fights left on my deal, so hopefully beat Carty. I'm boxing in 3 weeks' time as well, by the way, and I boxed last week.
I know, man. I was just going to ask you about that.
What I want. Yeah, it lets me do what I want because there's no controlling me.
Wait a second. So you won on June 20th, which was about 11 or so days ago.
Yeah.
You've got another one in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So what number is that going to be? That's going to be 38?
38. Yep, 38.
And who's that against?
We're not sure yet. We're trying to find a southpaw. Bit of prep.
On which show?
Really. A show that we'll be promoting ourselves. I'm part of the promotional company that will put the show on. I've got 5 fighters that I manage on there.
Yeah, I saw that. You're now managing as well.
I manage 17 fighters now.
How do you?
Part of this fight, part of the deal. So the Carty fight, obviously, I went away and I weren't that interested. They offered me some money. I said, "Listen, Ed, you can work this out." And he said, "Look, what money do you want?" I said, "Ed, it ain't about the money. I want this fighter on this Dalton Smith card. I want this one on the Pat Brown card. I want this one on the Ben Whitaker card. And I want another 3 slots on top." So, and we got it.
Hell yeah.
Because money's great, and I'm not the richest guy in the world, but I'm pretty comfortable, me. I don't want for much. So I said, look, the fighters I work with, they're my friends and my family as well. Some of them, I love people, me. That's my problem. I love them. I let them in, and I love them. And I just wanted to do well, and I just said to Ed, look, I'll do the Carty fight, but you gotta give my fighters opportunities, and they've got opportunities now, and I believe they're going to be good enough to take them. And I think I'll be on the team as the manager for a while to come.
Wow. And any particular reason why you want to manage? Because it's hard enough to be a fighter and worry about all of that. Why do you want to do both? You don't see that often.
Because boxers, like I want the best for the boxers. I've managed boxers for 6 years now, and trained them as well. Still train 4 fighters. Managed 17 for 5.5 years. I never took any money off them. And then when I was getting home from the gym every night training boxing, like me said, look, you need to stop. You can't do this. Like, you can't be putting. I could be out of the house for like 12 hours a day. She's like, look, I know you enjoy it, but like you've got kids at home, and you've got your own career to think about. So I'm still not the best at taking money off them, but I just want boxers to have chances, to have opportunities. I work with people that I like. I've never worked with a superstar from scratch. Hopefully some of these will become superstars, but I've never had an Olympian, or I never had a senior elite ABA champion. But I just want to give them more chances. As a manager, I've had 4 professional champions. I've had one guy headline, Joe Howard, headlined his own show. And when they do that, the happiness I feel is incredible. And a lot of it, like, I want to give them chances, but it's selfish because, when I give, what I get from giving people chances and giving them like opportunity to make some money in that, the buzz I get is unrivaled. So I couldn't really be. It's selfish in a way because it gives me such pleasure to do that for them. Because I remember having fuck all, and I just want people to have things and be happy and they all trust me and they all love me. I hope.
No, I can't imagine they don't. Can I ask about Johnny Fisher? Are you surprised that he may be leaving to go to Zuffa?
Like I was saying earlier, jokingly, it's all right. Like I feel like I wouldn't leave, but I've not been in that situation. No one's offering me that. No, Zuffa. No one. I'm telling you, me and Ed like this. Do you know what I mean? Why are they not offering me anything? What's going on? But yeah, no, I like Johnny. He's a good guy. We had 2 good fights together. He's a good man. But you have to do what's best for you, don't you? Same as the Conor Benn situation. The boxing dog eat dog, So you only get one career. You only get one life. You got to do what's best for you. So I don't begrudge another man taking an opportunity, and I don't think Eddie will either. In Johnny's case, so yeah, I can only wish him the best. And Zuffa, for one reason or another, they think Johnny Fisher's a guy that can help propel them in the UK. So if they're offering mad money to big ticket sellers, who Eddie's close with, there's millions on the table. There's a few guys in the UK that can do that.
It is an interesting one because I do feel like he doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
I really feel like he doesn't want to go, but Eddie's telling him to go, and there's this game of tit for tat. How do you feel about what's going on with Eddie and Dana now?
Do you know what? It's like all the stuff outside the ring. I couldn't really care less. It's like watching Coronation Street. Do you watch Coronation Street in America?
I'm aware of it, but I'd be lying if I said I watch it.
Do you know what? It's like, but you know what? It's like wrestling because I weren't a massive fan of in-ring activity, really. I weren't really massive on it. I weren't like, I love Kurt Angle because he was a character.
Yes.
And even though he's an Olympic wrestler, over time, he became one of the best workers on the mic there's ever been. I thought it was outstanding. And I enjoyed that soap opera type of entertainment more than the in-ring wrestling. But when it comes to boxing, I love boxing, so all I want to see is the best fights. I'm not really interested in the soap opera antics of promoters arguing because who's bothered? Get him in the ring. It's like Joshua Fury. I'm not bothered. Me personally, couldn't care less who promotes it. I want it to be in the UK, but who promotes it realistically to me, don't matter as long as it happens.
What about Filip Hrgović? He's fighting Moses Atalma.
Who, Big Phil?
Yeah, that's your guy.
Yeah, Big Phil don't like me, I don't think.
Why not?
But
why not?
Don't know. I seen him. I made comments saying Atalma would knock him out, and I think he will. I'm going to double down on it. But now I know that's irritated him, I think Atalma will knock him out in one.
In one round, really?
Yeah. If that annoys Big Phil, yes. 1 round.
I mean, it's not the craziest prediction, right? I mean,
too fast for him. He's too fast for him.
He's unbelievable.
I think he's the next big thing. I think Usyk now has passed on the torch.
He's the man.
He hasn't passed it. He hasn't passed it to anyone. He's put it in the air, really.
How do you feel about that, by the way? How do you feel about that? Vacating the titles.
Usyk's a great man, and he knows that his time at the top has come to an end. He can get the Rico Verhoeven rematch, make the money, but he's put the torch. The torch is now in the air, floating about, and Dubois, Wardley, Talma, Caballel, Big Phil, they're all fighting it out now to take over. I think Talma will become the man, but the likes of Caballel, Fabio Wardley, Dubois, Big Phil, they're all worthy challenges. So I think Big Phil will get knocked out in a round, to be honest. But I don't 2 or 3 rounds. But yeah, I'd just like to wind for the Hrgović up. He's got a win over me, so I know he watches all my stuff, so I'm just trying to be annoying.
No, I understand. The week after your fight, by the way, was the Rico Verhoeven Usyk fight.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm still fired up over that one. I still feel like Rico was robbed. He was wronged.
I watched it. I was on holiday, and the kids and my missus were in bed. We was in a hotel room, so I had to hide in the toilet.
You have to watch it on the toilet?
I had to watch it on the toilet.
Golly.
My son just woke up.
Oh. Did we wake him up?
I don't know what he's in. He's only 2. There is other people looking after him in the house. And yes, I watched it in silence, so I'm watching the fight, and I'm thinking Rico Verhoeven's winning this. So after 7 rounds, I went in the other room, and I woke my wife up, and I said, Usyk's really struggling. Because I was in shock. And she told me, she said 2 words to me, and the second one was off. I went back into the bathroom, and I remember, I think it was after 9 rounds, I came back in again. And I said, you need to come watch this. Come to the toilet and watch this with me. And she never. And then I think I came in after round 10. And I said, Usyk needs a stoppage or he's lost. And then again, I went back in again, and then Usyk got the stoppage. And I thought it was a bad stoppage, but I do think Usyk would have won in round 12. But Verhoeven deserved the chance to see if that actually would have been the case.
I agree with that. And I can't believe the scorecards as well. The scorecards were crazy.
I thought Rico was winning the fight.
Me too.
I thought he was winning the fight. I think sometimes a bit of the shock factor of actually Rico's in the fight with Usyk could have played a part in that. I've not actually watched it back since. But Usyk, for me, I don't think Usyk was in the best shape. But Father's time, I believe, I was caught up with him. And he shouldn't be fighting the Atamas and the Caballels. And I'm glad he has stopped, because he'll go down in history as one of the best fighters to ever live. And I would hate to see him suffer a defeat before he stopped.
Okay, so if you were, the prognosticator, who do you think is in pole position right now to fight Usyk next in probably his retirement fight? He said John Jones. He said, I don't know, what did he say? He said maybe Deontay Wilder.
Yep.
There's the Rico rematch. Who do you put number 1 pole position to fight him in potentially his retirement fight?
If it's to be his final fight, I think the Verhoeven rematch has to happen. There's a lot of people out there who thought, Rico was robbed and he would have won the fight. And I think Usyk probably should go back and revisit that and right that wrong. And I think he would as well. The Wilder fight, I think, would be interesting. I think the 4 best heavyweights of this generation, Fury, Joshua, Usyk and Wilder. So he'd complete the full set if he was to watch Wilder and beat him. The John Jones shout is outrageous. John Jones is probably the hardest man that's ever lived. He's probably the hardest man that's ever walked planet Earth, ever. He's probably the baddest guy. People said Mike Tyson, but John Jones probably the hardest guy to ever live. One-on-one.
Never boxed before, though.
That's what I'm saying. So if he boxes Usyk, he's going to get himself knocked out in 2 or 3 rounds. He's not a ginormous man like Rico Verhoeven.
Right.
So when it comes to boxing, there's no chance. And why would John Jones ruin his mystique of being the baddest man to ever live just to get beat for a few quid in a boxing match? It'd be farcical. So I hope it's Verhoeven. Wilder, I wouldn't be unhappy about, but John Jones, I'm a John Jones fan. I think I'm a fan of his fighting ability. He's just he was unbelievable, wasn't he? I'm not a big MMA guy, but for me, arguably 1 or 2 pound for pound MMA fighters to ever live.
I agree wholeheartedly. Now I have 2 lists, by the way. I have the list of people who tested positive in the past and the clean fighters. Yeah. Unfortunately, he has to be on the first list. So as far as you are concerned, September 5th, Croke Park, no party, no cardi, they say.
Well, there'll be no party September 5th, let me tell you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I want to knock him out. I will knock him out. I like Thomas Carty. I don't really talk in this manner because I'm not an overly confident guy. But I believe I'm too strong for him, it's too hard for him. And whatever he throws at me, I've got no interest in. So I'm going to go in there with no respect whatsoever and just walk straight through him. And if I can't do that, there's nothing left for me.
And then, of course, there's one in between as well, but we don't know the details about that.
That's at Doncaster Dome, one of the best venues I believe in the country, one of the greatest cities in the world. So looking forward to that as well. That's a big night for me back in Doncaster.
Love it. And you deserve it, my friend. It's always great to have you on. I genuinely enjoy the chats, honestly. So thank you for giving us some time. Congratulations on this big opportunity. Good luck in a few weeks' time. And of course, good luck on the 5th of September.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All the best. There he is. Dave Allen. What a guy. He is so much fun. And I highly, highly, highly recommend his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel is just amazing because he's just sitting like that and he's just speaking into his camera just like that, into his phone, and giving you, all the goods on his career, the business, all that and more. And it's an amazing listen. I really do enjoy him. The accent is thick at times, no doubt about it, but he's a fun character. The sport needs characters like him, and I enjoy having him on very, very much. All right, in a matter of seconds here, we're going to say hello to our final guest of the day. We'll do news and notes on the back end, but what an absolute honor, what a treat, what a privilege it is to have this man on the program. We've had him on before. It's been a minute since we last had him on. In fact, the last time we spoke to him was the Monday after his phenomenal win over Canelo Alvarez, which at least as of now remains his final fight. He retired shortly thereafter, but he is very much involved in the fight game. And in fact, it was announced not that long ago that he's going to be a part of the coverage for the TNT broadcast this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. kickoff time. There it is for the debut of the fight, the DAZN TNT collab, if you will. There you see the crew on the left. You've got Sean Porter, Tim Bradley, Adam Lefkoe, Chris Mannix, Todd Grisham, Sergio Mora, and the one and only, the pound-for-pound king, Terence Bud Crawford. He is kind enough to join us right here and now to talk about it all. There he is. Hello, Terence. How are you, my man?
Hey, what's going on? How are we doing?
It's going great. It's great to have you, as always. It's a privilege, like I say. A lot to get into with you here today, but let's start with Saturday, and let's start with you doing this. How did this opportunity come about to work with TNT?
Well, the opportunity just fell in my lap, and me and my team thought it would be something great for me to do since it's involving boxing and my love for the sport. So we're taking a shot at it.
Is this something that you've always wanted to do, TV, analyst work, that sort of thing?
Not at all. It's just like I said, it was just something that just fell in my lap, and we're going to take a shot at it, and we're going to have fun with it.
When you say take a shot at it, is it a one-time thing for now, or do you have a long-term deal with them?
No, we have a deal with them. So when I say take a shot, it's just see how we like it and see how things go from there.
Okay. Sometimes when you're so close to the fight game as you are, you have relationships. Some fighters I know have a hard time kind of telling it like it is because you don't want to offend people. You've never struck me as that kind of guy, to be honest.
Nah.
But how do you think that, if you have an affinity for Abdullah Mason and he maybe doesn't have a good night, I don't expect that, but a situation like that, how do you think you'll deal with it?
Well, I think I'll deal with it fine because I'm the type of person to tell it like it is to my peers and my friends and family. So if you go out there and you look like shit, I'm going to tell you.
Okay. Even on TV?
Even on TV.
Respect. What do you think about Abdullah Mason? We had him on yesterday. I have to say I'm blown away by his maturity for his age, the way he conducts himself, and also his fighting ability is phenomenal. What do you think of him?
I think he's great. He's a great talent on the rise. He got a lot of, ambition, a lot of skills, a lot of explosiveness. And he keep doing what he's doing. The future is bright for him. He's very young and got a lot more to gain in the sport. And I'm looking forward to his fight this weekend with Albert Bell. I think that's going to be a tougher fight than everybody think it is, being that Albert Bell was already preparing to fight Olympic gold medalist and Andy Cruz. And I think, he's going to shock a lot of people. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to it being a great fight and a good showing for Abdullah Mason.
By the way, when you say shock, you don't mean an upset, do you?
We never know in boxing.
Yeah.
We never know in boxing, but at the same time, you got two guys that's been in the ring with each other that not only been in the ring, just sparred not too long ago. So they know what each other is going to bring to the table, and I think that's going to help each other prepare for this fight coming up.
There is a fascinating thing happening in boxing right now, as you know, because I think that there's this push to have fighters who are younger. We just saw it with Xander Zayas, take that leap earlier than maybe historically. We saw Zayas take the leap, and I'm wondering when someone like Abdullah Mason is going to take the leap. How do you feel about that? Would you urge, even if you're a champion at 20, 21, 22, 23, should you take those big fights or should you be a little bit smarter about it?
I think all that got to do with the fighter. Some fighters can take those big steps and be victorious, but some fighters, you just got to tell them, let's just hold off for a little minute, give this guy a little time to mature a little bit more. But some fighters you can just throw out there because talented-wise and ability-wise that they're going to overcome whatever they up against.
Can I ask, what did you think about Saturday night? And in particular, how Zayas looked? Some people I saw afterwards on social media accused him of quitting, called him a quitter. What did you think?
Listen, I just feel like there was a lot of things going on in the ring that if he did quit, that allowed him to make that decision. I feel like his corner should have made that decision for him if that was the case. But things happen, and if he felt like he quit, then that's something that he got to deal with. If not, then so be it.
Based on what you saw, did you feel like that was the case? Because for me, it felt like the corner stopped it. But when you're seeing, top level fighters say this, you guys know best. I'm curious what you think.
Well, I just look at him as inexperienced. Like he really just gave his corner the opportunity to do whatever they wanted. That's how I see it.
Okay. Meaning when he looked over to them?
Right.
Okay.
But that's what you taught. You taught when you get a knockdown or if you get hurt, look at your corner. So I wouldn't say that he quit because he took the big step in getting in there when he didn't have to.
How did you think Boots looked?
Boots looked like himself. He was sharp. He was explosive. And, the experience that he carried in the ring allowed him to be victorious that night, and the skills and talent.
Did you think he would look like that, or did you think he would look better, worse? What were you expecting going in?
I wasn't expecting anything.
Okay.
I was just expecting to watch Xander fight and Boots fight, and that was it.
I did see a tweet from you after the fight that I was hoping we could get some clarification on, if possible. You wrote this: "I'm gonna keep my comments to myself, but y'all get it, I hope." What did you mean about that when you said that?
I'm gonna just keep my comments to myself.
Okay, you don't want to elaborate.
It ain't nothing to elaborate.
Can I tell you what I thought it meant?
It's cool for you to think what you thought.
Well, and then I want to ask you if I'm right.
I'm not gonna tell you if you're right.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. I just wanted to know if I was on the right path or if I was, because sometimes people read things differently, and so here you are able to clear it up.
I'm gonna let you read how you want to read it, and you're gonna take from it how you want to take from it, and that's it. Whether you're right or wrong, I'm gonna let you have it.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. There was another tweet. Maybe you'll be open to clarifying this one. I have a theory. I said this maybe a week or so ago. I have a theory, and I hope you don't take offense to this. I think we're going to see you fight again. And the reason why I think we're going to see you fight again, and it's not like I think it would be incredible if you walk away, you're at the top of the game. Like it's very rare to see someone do this. But when you tweeted this regarding, here's the tweet. We'll have it here in a moment. Okay, this is there's a bit of a delay. It made me feel like you are trying to tell us this is the one. I'm better off left alone. Don't make me have to show you why. That to me read as if you were saying like, yo, leave me alone. Keep your your talk to yourself. My name out of your mouth. Because if you annoy me, if you upset me, I'm gonna come back and whoop all your asses. Am I right about that?
No, you're wrong.
Come on, really? Not even close?
Yeah. Nah, you wrong. That didn't have nothing to do with boxing.
Oh, for real? See, that's what happens when it's a little bit vague. We take it in a whole other direction.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm happily retired, and I don't see myself coming back.
Done.
Done.
In the last, what has it been? It's been 9, so almost 10 months now since your last fight. Has anyone come to you with a serious offer?
Not at all.
Nothing that made you think?
Not at all.
And when I say that, I understand you say you didn't consider it, but did anyone even approach you?
I've been approached on a couple of occasions about a couple of fights, things like that, but I just think it wasn't a serious conversation. It was just talk.
Okay. 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you saw this, but Conor McGregor was in our studio, and he sort of blew my mind because he said that there was an offer from Turki Al-Sheikh to have a 2-fight deal to fight you in boxing and MMA, $200 million. They called you.
What'd I tell you?
What's that?
What I write under your caption?
Oh, you know what? I never saw it.
That was a lie.
It was cap.
It was cap. It wasn't never no $200 million offer. Now they asked me what I do, and I told them, I said, man, you ain't about to be kicking on me, Conor, because we was on FaceTime, and I did tell them that, but they didn't say, oh, hey, you got $200 million, you fight him in boxing and fight him in MMA. That was never the case.
Okay. Could it have gotten there?
Could it have gone where?
Meaning, like, do you think that there was an opening for an offer like that? Maybe they said it to Conor and they just didn't say it to you.
If it was said to me, then I could say it was an offer. But if nothing is previewed to me, I can't say what is what. He's making up numbers in my head.
If they would have come to you, $200 million, 2-fight deal, MMA boxing, you would have done it.
Yeah.
Man, what? I feel like this is news right here.
Yeah, I would have did it. Why wouldn't I?
So what's the problem? What's the holdup?
I don't. It's
not a real offer.
Yeah, I don't, and I don't need to do it.
Of course, you don't need it, but that's a great deal, right?
Back then, it would have been a good deal. Right now, where I'm sitting at right now, I don't need to do it. That's the thing. I'm in a different space in my life right now that I don't have to take those fights. Back then, I probably would have took it. I would have been like, all right, let's do it. Conor's not the best wrestler. I'm not saying I'm the best wrestler either, though. But I know standing up is only going to take one good shot, and I'm going to put him to sleep. He going to try to kick me. And takedown, we just going to do what we do.
And just so I have the timeline correct, was this pre-Canelo or post-Canelo?
That was pre-Canelo.
Okay. It was pre-Canelo. I got to say, one of my favorite things that we do on the show, anytime there's a Terence Crawford wrestling video that pops up on the internet, we play it for like 5-6 times on a loop because I'm blown away by your skills, man. The hips, the sprawl, the takedown defense. We got one that we like. Look at this. When is this from right here? This one just popped up. Look at this right here. The hand fighting. When's this from?
I think that was a minute ago.
That one just popped up.
That was after Canelo.
Okay, so not that long ago.
Yeah, I was messing around with the MMA guys.
We don't see boxers with wrestling skills like that.
Yeah, I'm not the typical boxer. I used to wrestle.
No, I know.
So,
and your son's killing it too. He won a state. Did your son win a state championship in February?
Yeah, as a freshman.
Unbelievable. Look at your young son over here. How cool is it to see him do this? How would you put this into words?
It's tough because I'm more happy for my kids than I am for myself. So the joy I get from seeing them be successful and doing the things that they love to do at a high level is something that's I can't put into words at times because I'll just be so happy for them. Same way with my daughter running track. She just made it to the nationals and she just want to work. She like, I want to work hard because she know how tough it is to win the nationals. And the last couple of years, we didn't go because her time wasn't even close to the girls that at the top of her age bracket. So we know what we got to work on and she want to be at the top one of these days. And it's going to be tough.
Your son, usually like when a kid is doing that well in wrestling, it maybe eventually turns into the Olympics, D1, Olympics, maybe MMA. Do you think he's going down that path? I know we're still in the early days here, but you usually don't go from wrestling to boxing. So where do you think he's headed ultimately with his athletics?
He want to go to the Olympics.
Okay.
That's his ultimate goal. He want to go to college and make a career, and he want to ultimately go to the Olympics. That's what he told me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But he can do whatever.
Yeah.
All my boys, they can box, they can wrestle, they can do it all. And they never had a boxing fight ever. But you would think they had fights before if you've seen them.
Right, based on their skills.
Yeah, for sure.
If they get to the point where they want to box, will you try to steer them away because of how the fight game is?
Of course, there's been times that they didn't came up to me and told me, Dad, I want to box. And I'm like, nah, you're not boxing. They like, why? And then I explain to them why. And then I show them videos and articles of fighters that had passed away in the ring, brain damage, concussions, all different types of injuries. And I asked them, do you want to be like this? Because this is a chance that you would be taking with your life to do this sport. So if you want to do this sport, you got to know the outcome of the severity that you could end up like this. And they all like, all right, well, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, that's why I do it, so y'all didn't have to do it.
How do you feel about MMA? Same thoughts?
Yeah, it's all the same thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, when you're getting hit in the head, the brain is not meant to be battered and punched on. You know, so it doesn't matter if it's in MMA or NFL, any contact sport that involves in you getting hit upside your head, I'm against it.
By the way, in the early days, and that's not maybe Turkey or Connor calling you to make you the offer, right? Who's calling you right now? Maybe they're watching live?
No, that's actually my kids out there.
Oh, okay. And they're trying to get in? They're trying to get your attention? They will do that. In your career early on, when you were maybe a little bit frustrated with the lack of opportunities and whatnot, given your wrestling skills and background, did you ever consider jumping over to MMA?
Never, not once.
Okay.
Not once. Because I always looked at, I have friends that was in the MMA, friends that made it to the UFC, and you get $20,000 to show up and $20,000 if you win. So you I walk out with $40,000, and back then they was getting $100,000 in sponsorships altogether. They took that away. So now it's like I get $40,000 if I win a tough fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while you getting $40,000, I'm getting 10 times that. You know, and I just always felt like the amount of trauma that y'all gotta take y'all body through and y'all gotta endure for the least amount of money, it's not smart. It's just, it don't make sense to me.
I saw you at the White House card, the UFC card. What did you think of it?
It was great. It was great. It was a great card. Everything was to a T. You know, it was some great fights, and I enjoyed watching it.
How did you end up there? Were you invited by TK?
I was invited.
Okay. And just to be a spectator, right? Just to watch?
Yeah, for sure.
It was interesting, obviously, because you had a bit of a back and forth with Ilia Topuria, who fought in the main event. And so can I ask you what you saw in that fight? And here is a tweet, by the way, you did write, and I think I know what you're talking about in this one. This is the same guy that said he would knock me out and whoop me and Shakur at the same time. That was in reference to Ilia, right? I got that one right.
For sure, definitely. For one, I never knew who this guy was. You know, even when he walked past me at the UFC, we got a picture, and he's shaking my hand. I didn't know who he was until he came out saying he had knocked me and Canelo out. And I'm like, who is this guy? And then they like, oh, well, Terence took a picture with him, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I've never seen him fight. And everybody was just telling me like he can fight. So I'm like, well, I ain't never seen him fight. So I can't speak on nothing, but I know he's not whooping me. So we go back and forth a little bit, and he say he will whoop me and Shakur in the room together, and he'll be the only one coming out. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm like, he's about to fight. I'm interested in seeing this guy fight. This guy that everybody talk about. This guy that's everybody saying he got this enormous boxing ability, that he can go into boxing and do real well. So I'm really tuning in. This is my first time seeing him in a fight. And the first impression wasn't the best impression. That's just me. And for him to come out and say he gonna beat me, one of the best fighters of all time, knocking me out, I think it was a sign of disrespect. You know, like, you're not respecting my craft, which I would never go in the MMA and disrespect them and say, oh, well, I'll choke you out, or I'll do this, I'll do that, when I know it's going to be a tough task to do, because they've been doing that for so long that they know the ins and outs. Just like boxing. I've been doing boxing since I was 7 years old. There's no way that this guy is going to come in there and do anything to me that I ain't never seen before. So seeing him get hit with the jab and the 1-2, the whole fight, I'm like, what? I'm like, what's everybody excited about? You know, he threw some good body shots. You know, he came straight forward like any straightforward fighter, and he lost.
You came up in my conversation with Connor because initially I didn't know about the offer. I'll put quotations around it, because he said he felt like if you're sitting there ringside watching someone else, you shouldn't talk shit about him. That's disrespectful. What is your response to that?
I ain't talk shit about him. I just stated my opinion. Is this the guy that y'all said that would knock me out and whoop me and Shakur at the same time? That's all I said.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say, oh, he got his ass kicked. I didn't say he quit. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything negative in my heart. I didn't talk nothing about the performance he put on or anything. I just stated an opinion, because that's the first time I seen him fight. And in my mind, I'm like, they can't be talking about this guy against me in the boxing ring. I never came out saying that I wanted to go in the MMA ring and fight him. He came out and said he would knock me out in the boxing ring. So, hey, I gotta say what I gotta say. And if he don't like it, if Connor don't like it, or whoever else don't like it, so be it. They ain't gonna do nothing but talk about it on Twitter and say they don't like it or whatever. So be it.
Yeah, there was a whole back and forth between you guys in the immediate aftermath.
Yeah, I told him, man, focus on your fight. You got a fight coming up. You ain't fought in a long time, Connor. Focus on that. And, leave something that ain't got nothing to do with you
Right.
out of. Don't even worry about that, Connor. Focus on your fight. That's it.
Will you watch his fight?
Yeah, I watch his fight. I like watching Connor. I ain't gonna say I'm not.
Right.
I ain't gonna say I don't watch him. I do watch him. That's what I said when all this Ilya stuff was coming around. I said, man, I know Conor McGregor. I don't know this guy. And it may be I need to get back on my UFC stuff, but I didn't know him.
Do you think he wins 5 years out of the game?
I don't know. I don't know how he's feeling. I don't know the training he's taking his body through, but I know he's skillful and the experience that he have, he can do whatever he want, as long as he's focused and he take it serious and he go in there determined. I think I'm not going to put it against him.
A few months after your fight and after we spoke, there was the whole thing with the WBC, and you were quite upset about it. And Mauricio had his say, and you obviously had your say as well. By the way, one of my favorite videos of yours is when you went through all the titles. Y'all see them, though. We actually have that. You remember when you did that on Instagram?
Yeah.
We actually play that sometimes just to shove it down like the haters. That clip, we play the. Do we have it, Frank?
Y'all see them though.
I like that. We play that on my show. It was great. And so can I ask, has anything happened behind the scenes in the aftermath? Did they ever try to reach out to clear the air, to make peace? What happened after all of that? I think it was back in December or so.
Nothing. I seen Mauricio, which fight was it? I seen him not too long ago, and he come up to me and he apologized to me.
Oh.
And he told me that he shouldn't have said the things that he said. And I kind of felt some type of way because in my mind, I'm like, we face to face and you apologizing to me, but you talk negative to me in the public, online, in the interviews. You should have did a public apology to me.
Fair.
That's how I felt, but I'm not here to keep going back and forth with somebody, so cool. I accept your apology. He said he want to sit down with me and talk as men. And I'm cool with that because we always had respect for each other face to face. Now, when I'm not around, then it's different, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that instead of them coming back and say, hey, let's talk about this, let's renegotiate, they was just basically like, no, we the WBC ain't taking that. We not like all the other organizations, and no, you got to pay us this. And I was just like, oh, really? Well, y'all ain't getting nothing now. Because I didn't agree to nothing. I didn't agree to nothing. So I was just doing that off the strength that, I was looking out for all the organizations because that's what I was going to do.
Shortly thereafter, Shakur had his issue with the WBC, and I asked him about it, and he said that he felt like he was being targeted because of the issue that you had with him because you guys are so tight. Do you agree with him?
I definitely agree with him. And that wasn't right at all for them to put my name in the conversation that I didn't have nothing to do with anything that Shakur had going on. So you blame me and try to punish him wasn't right at all.
There's a big story this year, as you know, about the sanctioning bodies, the belts, the Zuffa boxing belt and whatnot. Do you think that we are going to move in a direction where one day these belts won't matter and it'll be more promotional belts like we have in the UFC and in MMA?
I don't know. Only time will tell. It's hard to say what the future may holds, but We shall see.
Would you like that? Do you think that they are getting too much money and that they don't serve a purpose?
I think some of them is getting too much money, and we don't have no say so on where the money is going or what they doing with the money and things like that. So I do feel some type of way about that because we put our life on the line and do everything that we have to do, and then we turn around and make it to become a world champion, and we have to pay to be a world champion. Not only the time we become world champion, but every single time that we step in the ring, the more money we make, the more money we have to pay to these sanctioned bodies. I think that's not right. I think you should get a prize for winning. I think it should be a bonus when you win a championship. And then when you become unified, I think it should be another bonus. When you become undisputed, it should be another bonus. I don't think they should be constantly taken for the fighters that's worked they butt off to get to where they at right now, and knowing that most fighters come from nothing. So it's tough. It's tough.
What was your reaction when you found out that Usyk was vacating all his titles?
I actually was shown that somebody had sent it to me, and the WBC was mad at him.
Yes.
It's just like, you know, how can you get mad at a fighter for relinquishing all the titles when you can put somebody else in his position and they can be the champion? But it all comes down to money. They know Usyk is going to bring more money to the organization. So therefore, business-wise, they want him to be champion. Same way with Canelo. They wanted Canelo to be champion for as long as he can because he making the most money for their company. Because every time he fight, they get a percentage of his purse. So of course, if this guy is making millions and this guy is making a couple of 100,000, no, we don't want you. We want you to stay champion because now we're gonna say you ducking this guy because this guy only making a couple of 100,000. We want you to be champion. We want you to stay champion. So I think it's just more politics than anything.
Have you had a chance to watch Zuffa boxing yet? And if so, what do you think of it?
I think it's cool. As long as the fights is competitive, it don't matter. Whether it's Zuffa, The Zone, Top Rank, PBC, Matchroom, any of them, I think long as it's good fights, people gonna watch.
I'll let you go in a second, but just curious, Shakur, Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia, they're all kind of like, circling each other right now. It seems like right now, Ryan versus Conor. That's what it seems like. How do you think that fight goes?
I think that's a good fight. I think, of course, Ryan got the experience, but I think Conor got the size and the power, and I think that it's going to be an interesting fight moving forward.
Okay. Do you have a pick?
I'm going to go with Conor.
Really?
I'm going with Conor.
For real?
I think you're going to upset him.
Wow. Yeah. Not a lot of people picking Conor.
I'm going to pick him just because.
Just
I'm going to go out there.
All right.
And pick him.
Wow. Okay. Well, one more. Boots against Ortiz.
If Boots get hurt like he did the last time, Ortiz going to finish him.
Wow.
So he got to tighten up his defense.
10 steps behind you, right?
He got to tighten up his defense. He got to stop exchanging. I know he's faster than most. He's more explosive than most, but at the same time, he's shown in the past that he can get careless and that he's going out there just to fight, and I don't think when you get higher and higher, that's going to be enough.
Eddie said this would be a massive fight, you versus him. Huge.
Eddie been talking about that for a long time. But the crazy thing about it is I told Eddie, I said, Eddie, this is before Canelo. I said, Eddie, you keep talking about this fight so much. Put your money up. Eddie said, I'm not paying for that fight. I said, why not? You believe in your fighter? I'm not paying for that fight. I said, I rest my case.
Okay.
I won't talk about it no more.
Another thing, by the way, that I love that you're doing, I love seeing Terence travel the world. You're in Tanzania, you're in Japan. I feel like there's a series here of you trying all kinds of martial arts, wrestling, the samurai stuff. I feel like there's something here to this. Are we doing something here? Is this like, I feel like there's a show here with all these trips.
Listen, that's been something that I wanted to do ever since I was a kid, is travel the world and go to villages that is prestige and people just dream about and read about and hear about. I just love traveling the world, learning new things and learning the history about it. Because we about to have our 250th year in the United States. Man, these people, they talking about thousands of years old as they countries, and the things that you learn over there it's crazy and it's unheard of. So I just like to go travel, learn, see different cultures and learn things that they don't teach you over here and just experience life.
How do you scratch the itch though? Like you were so active and training camp fight. It was such a part of your life. And now you're not doing that. Do you feel sometimes like you need to get it out there? Like what do you do to scratch that athletic itch?
I don't even worry about it.
It doesn't bother you?
It don't.
Okay.
A lot of people always ask me that. They be like, man, so how do you do it? Like, what do you do now to supplement yourself from being in the gym all the time? I said, I can go to the gym all day long and don't hit the bag or nothing. I just help the little kids. That's what I like to do.
Okay.
You know, I go to the gym, help the kids, and play basketball, put my time and my energy into my kids. You know, travel the world, and that's what I love to do.
Last one. Can I ask? Everyone's different, but we did hear recently about Floyd Mayweather and his issues with money, running out of money. And so, when you hear something like that, is there a lesson to be learned about life after fighting, about decisions, about the choices that you make? How do you internalize when you hear a story like Floyd, who made so much money throughout his career?
Well, it's sad when you hear about the people that's coming at him and people calling him broke, which Floyd ain't gonna never be broke. You may have $200 million and they call you broke because you ain't at the status that you once was yesterday, that you is today. But Floyd got an expensive lifestyle, and if you're not bringing in money, just as much money as you spending, then of course you heading down the wrong path. So it's definitely a lesson learned to these young up and coming athletes, and not just boxing, just athletes around the world, that tomorrow's not promised. So you need to make the right investments, make the right decisions with your money, because you can use it as a tool to make money, but at the same time, it can hinder you and you can burn yourself at the end of the day thinking that you're going to get another check tomorrow. So you got to plan for the future. And some people don't do that.
I love the fact that TNT is airing boxing, that there's boxing on linear television. And then when I saw that you're involved, I was like, wow, what a great hire. This is going to be really cool. So it's this Saturday, July 4th. There's the crew right there. And by the way, Thursday at 2 o'clock, they're airing the press conference on True TV. They're airing the weigh-ins Friday at 1 p.m. on True TV. And then the fight night coverage starts 7:30 p.m. on TNT and True TV as well. Terence Crawford on television. I love it. There was once a time where people thought you didn't like to do media. Now here you are, a part of the media. Welcome to the family, Terence.
For sure, man. I appreciate it. It was just, some media just, pissed me off a lot, still to this day. But, I'm going to show y'all how to do it.
Okay, I can't wait. Thank you, Terence. All the best to you and congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
Talk to you soon. There he is, the one and only Terence Bud Crawford. Tells it like it is. Always great to have him on, and that's a great card. Abdullah Mason, Shushu Carrington, the 1-2 punch there is great, and I love. I can't say it enough. The fact that TNT is getting involved in fighting. 7:30 p.m. pre-show, 8 o'clock coverage. July 4th, you're sitting at home doing God knows what. You're celebrating. And you're able to watch some fights. Oh, by the way, August 1st will be their next one. So you got July 4th, August 1st, and that will be Lamont Roach against William Zepeda, which is a tremendous fight as well. We had Lamont in studio a few months back, so looking forward to that. Covered a lot of ground there with Terence Crawford, from Ilya to Boots to Connor and everyone in between. That was a lot of fun. I do want to get to some news and notes. Speaking of Mr. Ilya Topuria, recent picture has emerged of how he's looking these days. Let's take a look at this. All right. Healing nicely. I like it. I do see a nice little video sought, as they say in the business, a sound on tape of his opponent, Justin Gaethje, throwing some praise his way. Let's take a listen together.
I hope nothing but the best for him.
Yeah.
He's very, very skilled. He's got the skills to beat any of these guys, but yeah.
Entertainment, so.
I'm excited to watch it.
Mr. Kamaru Usman on that same show, shout out to everyone, giving Ilya Topuria a little bit of advice. Let's take a listen.
I think people are missing from what we do is the spiritual aspect of this. I think Ilya, I don't think it was a mistake. Ilya did everything he needed to do to learn the lessons he needed to learn. Now, if that makes him the best ever, that's hopefully we'll see what that happens. It's already written. In order for you to learn that about yourself, you needed to go through something like this. And so he did exactly what he needed to do. For Justin to make a statement like that, he needed to go through the 1 second knockout by Mac. He needed to go through being subbed by Khabib. He needed to feel all of those things to have the greatness, to have a moment like this.
I feel like he was a second away from saying best case scenario. Like he was right there.
He was right there.
It was on the doorstep.
I was literally going to say that myself.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
Me and Kamaru, like this.
Ian Gary did media yesterday in Ireland and spoke about Gaethje's win, being inspired by it. Also, Sean Strickland's win. Here's what he had to say.
And this year we've seen some huge upsets. I mean, Sean Strickland, Justin Gaethje winning title fights that nobody thought they were going to win. Mm-hmm. Surely you're looking at that and just drawing inspiration from that.
If people think when Sean Strickland goes out and beats Khamzat Chimaev and upsets the apple cart in what no one expected, no one can sit here and think that it's impossible that I can beat Islam Makhachev. If anything, I'm a far more dangerous threat. I'm far more complete, and I have way more ways of winning that fight. I am the most dangerous opponent for Islam Makhachev, and it's my job to go out and prove that on August 15th.
At that same press event, Eddie Hearn spoke about trying to get the Katie Taylor fight on free television over in Ireland. Let's take a listen.
Those conversations are happening. I mean, you've got to marry that with the Zone are paying a lot of money to make it possible, but also we want to make sure as many people see it as we can, and they're open to that as well. So those conversations are ongoing, and I wouldn't be surprised as well if there was an additional broadcast of September 5th.
Okay, that is exciting. The Zone putting themselves out there. Now, Eddie spoke about that meeting. We showed you the photo. Turki Al-Sheikh has since posted this regarding the big peace meeting yesterday in London. Here's what he had to say. I had a productive meeting yesterday with all interested parties in terms of the overall state of boxing. We can collectively grow this great sport to the benefit of the fighters, the sport, and its fans globally. You haven't seen anything yet. So there you have it from Turki Al-Sheikh himself. We just mentioned Abdullah Mason. He got to throw out the first pitch. Where is this? At the Cleveland Guardians game, I would imagine. He is fighting in Cleveland. Here we go. All right, there he is, Abdullah. We saw OG with the first pitch on Sunday at Citi Field. Any glove for Abdullah? Nah, but it's cool to see him. He's so young. Wow, he's really got a baby face. That is a great jersey. Okay, let's see. And just a bit outside. Not too bad. A little high. Oh, okay. A little shadow boxing there on the mound as well.
He threw it from the rubber.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's no OG. You know, not everyone rocks up with the glove.
The glove was
next level.
Sure, something like that.
Really? You didn't like the glove?
Sure.
Look, the glove is like the epitome of aura. That's aura maxing.
Aura? Yeah.
Is bringing a glove to the first pitch aura maxing?
I don't know if anyone has ever done that. And that's why I feel like it's aura maxing.
That's the point.
You guys are feeling otherwise.
I like the two bare hands. You go out there, you give the wave to the crowd.
You got the glove, man. You're ready to go.
Also, you don't
just
cover
absolutely zip it down. Yeah,
you
there
don't
is
cover
no
the
point to
hand.
the
That's
glove.
magic. The hand that did did the thing. You know, you don't cover.
But also,
that
you're
up.
not catching the ball at all. You don't need the glove.
You don't need the glove.
It's just more.
You're not going to the.
I would do that. A little knuckleball.
That says it all.
Four seamer.
Oh, you're throwing a knuckle. You're throwing a knuckle.
Has anyone ever done a knuckle ceremonial?
A little knuckler. You throw a knuckler down the pipe at your first pitch, you're goated. That's aura.
That is aura.
That's
right?
aura.
If I ever get the
talking-
opportunity, actually, the Blue Jays promised me.
Talking Tim Wakefield.
Yes.
Get out of here.
R.A. Dickey.
I don't think that thing would go 10 feet if you tried to throw a knuckleball.
Does anyone know how to throw a knuckleball?
I know the mechanics. Because
Yeah, I can
me?
get it there. I can't throw an actual pitch like it.
Yeah.
What do you mean you could get it there? That
Like
means
I could throw one to you nice and soft. I could never throw an actual pitch.
you know how to like position your fingers?
Yeah. You're pushing a lot of it.
It's like a push like
yeah,
that, right?
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's wild.
Yeah,
and it
it's
just when they
fucking
do it in
crazy.
slow motion, it doesn't move.
Yeah, now that is like the elite of the elite
Yeah.
throwing it.
I love that stuff. That's what I would do.
We're going no
I was
glove.
a big
though. No
spitballer
glove.
back in the day, you know?
What is the mechanics there? Like, what's the science?
Behind what part? The
The
knuckler?
spit. What
the
does the
spitball.
spit actually do?
Yeah.
I don't know. That I don't know.
Or the snot, or the Vaseline.
Jordan, do we know?
About
Jordan's a
the
baseball
sex.
guy.
Yeah, this.
We've seen.
I only know the
substances
signs
like
between
tar
behind the
and-
knuckleball,
Screwball?
spitball. Oh, that's when you just actually put a screw in the ball and it changes the.
Oh, is
the
that what it
spin.
is? Okay.
Now, if you want to talk about the gyro ball, now we're really
Yiddo.
talking. You don't know about the gyro ball?
I don't.
This was like a mythical pitch by Daisuke Matsuzaka.
Is
when
that
he
true?
Came over. They were saying he had this pitch that no one's ever seen. It was just made up.
Oh.
What about the ephus though? The
That was
ephus
a
is
Euro
my-
ball.
No.
No.
No love for the ephus.
I love an ephus.
I love
So
an
at the end of the
ephus.
day, I'm not bringing my glove to the.
All right.
Yeah,
fair
no
enough.
glove. No glove.
Any minor league teams want us to throw at the first pitch? You know, I'm down. Your majors, you know, maybe
I feel like I could see GC at a Savannah Bananas.
I can see it. I can see it at Brooklyn Cyclones.
Oh, Brooklyn Cyclones,
Yeah.
reach out. I'm a big fan. Been going to games the whole time I've lived here. Maybe a Gwinnett Stripers if we want to do a hometown team.
What about the Long Island Ducks? You know, they have Trevor Bauer pitching for
Yeah.
them these days.
If you
John
are a
Rocker
minor league
used to.
association, I
Oh,
will come
what about Lou
fucking throw
DiBella?
up
Lou
no, man.
DiBella
Fuck
has
Connor.
a team. We could.
That's right.
We could get
The
flying
squirrels. The squirrels. Yes. Everyone, please put your hands together for the boys in the back zone. Connor
Oh,
Berg.
that'd be so sick.
Can
Can I catch it? Am I the catcher?
Glove or no glove?
No. That's the thing. Everyone's like, yeah, who the fuck is this guy
Yeah,
walking out? And then, that's the thing. Catcher back there, I
Rick?
just absolute heater down the pipe.
Or to
Everyone's
Frank.
like, did you guys get a gun on that? And
Yeah.
then it's, and then the reveal is.
Oh my
is
God!
Rick.
Everybody goes.
The best would be Rick
Everybody
back there,
goes-
and he gives the Steve.
No, that's Frank.
Frank.
Frank is that. So he
Gets in
stays
the
in the umpire gear.
Yes,
and then
yes.
everyone in the crowd is like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
Why are they doing this? This is the dumbest thing
I
I've
honestly
ever
don't think it would be that hard to pull this off.
seen. We need to make it happen. First
Glove or no
pitch.
glove?
No glove.
fucking glove, no
you're out.
way.
I'm out. I'm out.
If that's the stipulation, I have to walk out there.
Yes,
With leather on
100%.
my hand. Yeah, I'll go with stirrups and everything. I'll go full uni.
Do you think OG brought that glove from home, or they gave it to him?
Brought it from home.
No way,
That's
no way.
even
They gave it
better.
to him.
Imagine he rolled up in there
With
wearing
his
the
glove?
glove. Yes.
You think
Oiled up.
OG
Oiled up.
Ananobi has a baseball
He
mitt?
slept at night. He put the ball in it. He put the elastic.
Oh yeah. He's
under the-
breaking it in.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
oil on that thing. He left it in the fridge.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm a
for
big
sure.
glove puncher.
Love that.
I got the glove on.
There's
Go.
nothing better.
I'm on. Good news is I'm ambidextrous. I'll throw the pitch left or right-handed.
Oh, are you really?
Actually,
I'll actually follow it up. I'll throw it right
Okay.
and then left. That'll be the thing.
You've mentioned being ambidextrous before. Are you like equally good on both sides with most things? Like left and right are both like
Basketball?
super solid.
No, it's just throwing. Loved Mike Vick growing up, so I learned to throw lefty.
Is that true?
I swear to God, yeah.
But basketball?
Basketball, no. Like I can
shoot.
like put up a shot, but it's nowhere near as close to my.
Wow.
So those memes where it's like when the TikTok videos where it's like somebody throws you a ball and you have to throw it back with your offhand and the guy starts sweating, you're acing it.
Doesn't exist for me. Bro.
Wow.
I look like Tebow. I look like Vic out there. If you get me rolling in the pocket,
impressive.
Yeah, lefty and righty.
True or false? There is a moment in MLB history in which a pitcher threw same inning lefty righty.
I think that has to be true.
I would say true.
It is
Minor
true.
league is true, I thought.
No, it is true. Montreal Expos relief pitcher Greg Harris.
Damn.
Same inning lefty righty.
Strikes?
That I don't know, but I do know his glove or gloves, or at the very least, the ball is in the Hall of Fame.
Damn, that is impressive.
The Cyclones had a minor league player who did the same thing a few years ago. They had to change a rule where you had to decide before the at-bat which way he was going to throw. Because if there was a switch hitter...
No, that stinks. They should let him...
Well, the switch hitter, it took a while because they just kept switching sides.
What's his name? What's his name? Cyclones guy.
By the way, why are you guys more interested in that than the actual major leaguer who, by the way...
6 fingers in his glove.
He had a 6-finger, 2-thumb glove.
Wow. That is impressive.
And that glove is in the Hall of Fame.
They should allow you to switch and not have to declare it. They should allow you to just switch.
That can be our in with the Cyclones. In honor of the guy, I'll throw out a first pitch.
Okay, so I have an opportunity for you. It's not Cyclone level.
Okay.
It's not broadcast anywhere. We can take a video ourselves. I have a charity softball game this weekend. If you want to come out, Long Island. Rick made an appearance last year. Didn't swing a bat. Was afraid to be strike out.
Not even close.
I'll
throw out a pitch with a glove for you.
Softball. I'm ripping. Baseball, it gets tough. It gets a little bit ugly.
You coming? Saturday?
Last baseball team I played on, I always wanted to pitch all year. They finally let me pitch. They were like, first guy you walk, you're getting yanked. First guy, 4 balls.
Not one strike.
I got close, but no cigar.
Were you trying to paint the corners, or were you just not getting there?
I was really just trying to gas it, and it wasn't working for me. I didn't want to give them lollipops, so yeah, it's tough.
By the way, On Air Jordan, this is your charity softball game, yes?
Correct.
Tell us about it.
This is the 4th time we're doing it out of the last 5 years. First time we're doing a repeat charity. It's for the ALS Foundation. My father-in-law unfortunately suffered from ALS, passed away, I think 5 years ago now. So we're raising money to benefit some ALS research and some families who are affected. That, they provide a van for people to help get around in ALS and all the. It's very expensive, obviously, the care with people who need to talk via computers and stuff like that. And obviously, recently in the news, there was Chris Johnson, former running back, just said he has been afflicted with ALS for the last few years. So last year, I think we raised close to $5,000 for another charity. So we're aiming to do more than that.
If people want to help out, how can they?
They can actually just send money to my Venmo. It's at JKamzan, Kamzan, and the money will go to a good cause.
Amazing.
So he says.
No, it of course will. I love that.
I'm not advertising for the Human Fund. That'd be a different charity.
That would be a problem. It is Canada Day, UFC Canada, celebrating Canada Day. I hope you're all celebrating wherever you may be. Everyone in Canada very excited about Mr. Kawhi Leonard joining the Raptors de Toronto. Do we have there it is. Bonne fête du Canada. There it is. Shout out. Look at all the Canadians there. How many can you name? Mike Malott, Jasmine.
Don't start.
Tanner Boser.
I was gonna say
you're bold. You're bold here.
Boser,
nice that they put you on there.
Carl Nelson, it was a hubby, Julian Roberts.
The voice is trailing off already.
Luis Godinez,
Charles Jourdain, Mike Malott, Nando, Rat Garbage on the right over there.
Rat Garbage.
Josh Emmett, top left.
St. Laurent on there as well.
Lupi Godinez, of course, front and center.
I see Shamil Gazea
Also,
in the middle. Lance Gibson Jr.
Hell yeah, that's our guy. We love Lance.
Power Bar.
I don't actually see Lance. Where's? In the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Yep.
Yep.
And there's, and I'm also seeing. I think that's all of them.
Speaking of Mike Malott, you know,
to start
nailed
naming.
it.
I'm impressed.
Party congratulations to the Malott family. Jeff just signed a deal with the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, okay, making the switch.
How about
the Kings? No, for the Jets. Kings. Yes.
How about Tanner Bozer getting the
front and center?
The front and center opposite of Mike Malott.
One of the faces.
They no ball.
One of the faces.
Still in the promotion?
Yeah, he came back. He just came back. Yeah. One guy who is not Canadian but is training for a bantamweight fight is Mr. Dynamite Dan, 50K Ige. Is he going to be 100K Ige now? He's got to change that. Here he is, training as a bantamweight. He said bantamweight Dan loading. So I guess he's moving down. Look at that. A little footwork, a little boxing there. Love it. Mr. John Jones, Mr. Daniel Cormier. They're going to actually wrestle each other? Probably not. But here's Daniel Cormier talking about it.
I swear to God, it wouldn't be RAF because they can't afford to pay it. But there's an organization that offers us both 7 figures for a 6-minute match. He will not do it. I'm telling you guys, he will not do it. I'm telling you, and I'm not lying. I went through the negotiations, and I said, if he wrestles me, I'll do it. I said, but it's going to be 10-0. I'm going to tech him. I said, but unfortunately, he knows it's going to be 10-0, so he won't do it. So then I said, how about we do a grappling match? He said, no, only submissions.
Oh.
I said, well, why don't we do points, right? Where we win. I don't want to be tied at the end. No points, only submissions. So he won't do it. He won't compete with me in anything that he think there's a chance he will lose in. So.
We shall see. These two are going to be old and gray, and they're going to be arguing.
What was that for real, though?
What was that?
Did they bring him like a tortilla chip?
Oh, I don't know what that was.
I feel like he was kind of flowing there.
Yeah, I know. It kind of ruined his flow. You're right. What was that? Water? I don't know what it was. It wasn't water.
Chips.
Yeah, it was chips. Chips with the dip.
Look at his face.
He's like, bro. Yeah, what was that? Like chicken fingers?
No,
Remember
it's
when we brought him
chips.
Popeyes?
Is it chips? Okay.
I will say the clips that have come out of that Alf reality show, like, they seem all right. Like, they don't seem as frosty as I actually thought they would be.
No, but they'll always kind of have like.
There's
this
always going to be a
competitive-
rivalry.
Yeah.
But, like, they're joking at, like, the dinner table. Like, they kind of, I don't know. I feel like these guys might like each other.
Any other craziness happen in the world of NBA while I was locked in for the last 3.5? I just looked at my Twitter and I was like, Mitchell Robinson, Celtics.
Yeah. How are we feeling about that
Businessman,
now? We've had some time.
I
to
know it's
digest.
business. You're right.
Fight is a fight, you know.
Oh, we have this.
You got to listen to Horiguchi.
Can I just tell you the one thing? They could have kept him. It was just a matter of, and I just feel like you have all this. And look, I'm not going to, far be it from me to question Mr. Leon Rose. I just think the way this all was handled from the beginning, where it's Dolan being the one saying, we're not going to do it. If it would have just been a thing that played out and Leon, someone involved in the Knicks would explain the economics, I think it would have been digested a lot easier. But
Can I offer you something?
It feels, there's reports, before you did, there feels like there's reports that Dolan's mad at the league and he's doing this to not sort of play ball. I don't know.
That makes sense, and I understand why you're in that mentality. If they sign Mitchell Robinson,
yeah,
and they don't repeat,
yeah,
they put themselves in a bad spot.
Sure, it sets you back.
It sets you back, and so you have to see how it plays out before we can assess this. You know, like they had to do some business. Look. Everybody was heartbroken when Hartenstein went to OKC. Things will shake up. Well, there's
Sure.
a lot of game left.
There's an emotional attachment to him because he was the longest tenured Knick. Here's a Shaheen Al-Shadi, our fearless EIC, who says, as a fan of a former second apron team, trust me, you do not want to be in the second apron life. It destroys you for years.
He's right. It is bad. You can't get in there and come out unscathed.
To live the second apron life for Mitch Robinson would be tough.
It would be tough. You're right.
Not for him, but for the
Let him
Knicks.
enjoy Boston.
Boston, yeah.
Got good chowder there.
Enjoy Mike Conley, okay, as your point guard, you know? We've got Jalen on this side of the fence. What about, guys, UFC Freedom 250 getting its own, like, doc series type of thing on our favorite channel? Fox Nation?
Well,
Are you
favorite-
kidding me?
Favorite streaming service.
Yeah, you're right.
I
There
hope
it
you
is.
guys all locked in that 1776 price.
Oh.
It was only around once in a lifetime.
Look at this.
Yeah.
250 years in the making. Dana White, UFC Fight House. Wait a second.
It's a good name.
Wait a second. Wasn't there an MVP Fight House too?
Did they steal it? Who knows?
Who's to check?
Who gives a shit?
Frank.
When does that air?
Dana.
When's the debut for that? Does anyone know? I think we have it. Do we not have it?
I don't know.
That was no.
I have no clue.
We definitely have it.
When is it airing? I'm just not certain.
It's on. We have a full screen of it.
Josh said it's airing Thursday behind the scenes at the White House.
There it is.
Tomorrow.
Which Thursday?
Here it is. I got it.
This Thursday?
Gentlemen, I have it. It's a 2-part documentary that premieres July 2nd.
Okay.
So there you have it.
All right, I'll be tuned in.
Yeah, tomorrow.
That is in fact tomorrow. A couple other ones. Here's Walter Walker, who says he will send Josh Hokett to surgery. Here it is.
But please, when he tap, I don't gonna let him go.
No, you
I
gotta let
broke
go,
his
or else
leg.
you had cut.
No, I'm gonna send him to the surgery, brother. If I take his leg and he tap, I don't gonna let him go. He talk shit about my country. He talk shit about Brazilian people. While before, when my leg is broke, he call my name on microphone, you know. But step by step, one day we're gonna meet in the octagon. This is all what matters.
Okay. He's not going to let go. Finally, guys, it's not just the big Top Rank card this weekend. There is BKFC Liberty Brawl happening in Philadelphia this weekend. And what happens here at the press conference? John Gabarino throwing a cannoli at Mike Richman. What?
Fucking class.
He loves the canoe.
What a
Classic
sentence.
Gabarino, bro.
I wasn't quite ready for it. Can we re-rack that? What happened there? I want to see it again. Where does he get the cannoli? I guess
he brings them with him. This is a bit that he's been doing.
No, I know, but so he just runs over there and okay, they didn't. Damn,
Oh.
that's annoying.
Cannoli everywhere.
Don't you remember last time the last time he did it? It was like a freaking comically large cannoli. Like he fell off the stage because it was so big.
Well, then remember he also did it the one time with Connor and handed everybody
yeah.
a cannoli, and Connor is like kind of like laughing, and then when he smacks the guy in the face with the cannoli, like Connor goes ape shit, like he's like dying laughing.
He's like, "Yo,
shout out to the Liberty Brawl."
Yeah. By the way, Xfinity Wireless. It's the arena you guys went to. It's not like some rinky-dink operation over there. Do we have an update on the folks that climbed the Empire State? Are they alive? Are they okay?
They've been arrested.
They've been arrested, but they are engaged. Da, 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 da. Look at those nails. Tough to climb the Empire State with. Wow, these two are. These are modern day Bonnie and Clyde, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
What a view, by the way.
What pictures? Where'd they put these? Instagram?
Is that a 0.5? Yeah, where did they put these?
It's definitely a 0.5.
If you trade like the jail time that they'll do for the notoriety, for
the
like,
engagement.
I feel like it's worth it.
Off the charts.
I guess how long can you go to prison? Like what's
Probably
the
not that
sentence?
long.
They
Just like,
climb a lot.
bro, stop climbing fucking buildings, please. We're gonna lock you up forever.
Nah.
Engagement.
Climb on top of the prison.
Feels like they made the right call.
This was posted by Angela Nicolau, who was the girl who was proposed to, the Catwoman or Batwoman. I think it was Catwoman.
Cat.
It was Cat.
Cat. Yeah.
So there you have it. Frankie, do we have any super chats? Let's start with.
Only one of them has a mic right now.
Okay, which one?
I do, but I'll pass it back to Josh.
No problem. Intern Jack, you are first up.
Okay, 24-inch dub says, "Welcome to the Celtics, Mitch. 18-time champs."
This loser. 24 subs. How's your offseason been? I mean, are you enjoying the mess that is Jaylen Brown?
18-time champs. This is like a Yankee fan saying they've won it 27 times, or a Canadiens fan saying they've won it a lot.
Listen, I'm fine with it, but I'm a what have you
enjoying the signing of Mitch Robinson?
I'm a what have you done for me lately kind of guy, and as you all know, New York has really become the epicenter of basketball. Did you guys see the Liberty yesterday winning the Commissioner's Cup?
I did not see that.
That's the WNBA equivalent to the NBA Cup.
Sure is. And how did that,
I agree.
If anyone could get me a replica of the NBA Cup, I want that bad boy right here.
I think you could get the actual NBA Cup.
I think James Dolan. You can send him down there. You can
Send it to Helwani.
Speaking of the Liberty, I got to show support. You're not going to be able to see it on the screen, but
What is that?
my Brooklyn Library card is
Does it say NBA champions? What does that say? I can't see.
WNBA champions. It's Liberty Champion Edition.
Oh, sweet.
Big supporter.
When did they win?
I can't wait to get
Last
my
year?
Commissioner's Cup
Yes.
library card.
Back to back, Jordan? 2 times they've won.
Yeah, they're
Shout out to
they're a dynasty.
Our Liberty.
They're a dynasty, all right.
Intern Josh?
I'm here. I got the mic.
Okay.
Alex says, my sweet Irish angel Pizzi needs to give me a Viva Mexico Cabrones to make this beautiful Wednesday even better.
Yes, PT does have a great affinity for the Mexican nation, the proud Mexican nation. By the way, who won in the second game? Do we have?
It's currently 1-0 Senegal over Belgium right now.
Actually, believe it's 1-0. Intern Jen.
Belgium stinks, huh?
They do, huh? It seems like this is inevitable. USA Bosnia. Getting nervous about it or what?
Excited.
What are the plans?
Gonna go to a watch party.
Okay, outdoors?
Nah, indoors.
Indoors.
4 walls, roof.
Do we have a control
You're
room
describing
shot?
indoors?
Do we have a control room shot?
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah, can we get the control room shot? No? There it is. Look at these two guys. Look how cute they are.
Did not plan this.
Shout out to Gabe. Gabe from LA gave us a couple jerseys. Happened to get one of these. So shout out to Gabe.
If you'll notice, though, mine has the USA logo.
Oh, must be nice.
Real 94 jersey.
I didn't get the memo that we're all supposed to dress up.
An Adidas knockoff.
Yeah. No one gave me the memo. I didn't realize it was wear your Stars and Stripes to Work Day.
I mean,
on
we like to support our
Canada Day. Which,
We like to support our country.
Sure.
You do it whenever, man.
Sure. What else? Intern Jack? Intern Jack, are you there?
Yeah. Led Blanc says, taking my dad to yet another Bosnia World Cup game.
Oh.
First LA, now the Bay Area. He served in Bosnia's special forces during the war. Hope we win, but sharing these moments with him means much more.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's sick.
That is
run for
sick.
Bosnia. People thought Bosnia were going to lose to Italy in the playoff there. Here they are against the US of A.
Enjoy that game.
Damn, that's
Led
great.
Blanc.
Where's this one, by the way? Where's this?
Where did you say?
Bay Area? I don't know.
San Francisco?
Yeah.
Let me
San
see.
Francisco.
Oh, Santa Clara. Santa Clara to be.
Santa Clara.
Must be nice to be a host and get to play at home, you know?
Well, if you guys had
Well,
won the
well,
group,
you're
you would have
griping a lot
hosted.
today.
Had you
Well,
not, had you
what's
not
got you
drawn
feeling
with
this way?
Bosnia and Herzegovina, you would have been
Well,
playing
let's
in
see how that works out for you guys.
This Mitch thing, I feel like
It
has you
not
spiraling.
just Mitch. AH. Huck Porty, my boy. +4. Game 5.
No, but as I said, this Mitch thing, like, you know,
It threw me off.
You know what's weird today? You're in this 3-box here, and as you can see, you're complaining a lot about us wearing our American flag. All I see is American flag
Yeah, it is
and
weird.
USA 250.
It is weird. What's going on? We need to get it a little bit. It's because
Maybe they'll give you the Ariel Helwani street sign for free now.
Yes. I want to celebrate. I wrote to my kids an email last night. I said, I hope you're celebrating it. We could send them emails. We can't speak. So I said,
do they get them in real time or is
they
it
get
like
them.
they
So
get-
if I send them at like 10, they print them at 9 a.m. I send them at 10 p.m. So they'll get them by dinner time. So we're like kind of a day late.
Feels like snail mail for them.
No, but it's great. Like, so my boys have been going to summer camp for like 4 or 5 years, and they tell me that, and the tradition has always been, it started with soccer. They didn't care anything about basketball when they first went to camp. I give them all the news. A couple lines at the top, life is good, we're happy, and then it's just full on news. And they've told me after, especially like leading up to this one, now they're really into the NBA. They say like everyone wait, the counselors come to the bunk and they're like, all right, Oliver, this is for you. And all the kids converge and he has the power. He has all the intel. So he told me like he told his friends about the Mikal Bridges trade 2 years ago. When Pulisic went to Milan, he told his friends. That was a notable one as well a couple of years back. And my other son, Walter, tells me sometimes he gets it and saves it for right before bed as like a treat right before bed. I'm like, wow, this is amazing that I can. And these last couple of days have been nuts with all the stuff happening in sports. Kawhi, LeBron, etc.
Are we redacting Mitch or what? Are we breaking their hearts?
I'm about to break the news to them.
Wow.
I do wonder if some of the counselors have phones and whatnot, if they get it early. I don't know. They've never said that to me. The reason I bring this up, though, is
they can't because, as he said, they're all gathering around to read this news, so they're not getting it.
Yeah, but I wonder if now that they're getting older, they're getting a little more savvy, that they can just
maybe.
ask the counselor to go on.
Yeah.
You know, back when they were younger, they were a little more innocent. Point being, daughter now in sleepaway camp, I'm writing the letters. I don't have as much to share. You know, I went to the show today. I had some sushi. I came home. I realized that the vast majority of what I'm actually sharing is sports related. So,
it's
you know.
good you're interested in the same stuff as your daughter, for
What
sure.
up, Shane?
I went to the show and had some sushi.
Yeah, I had some sushi. Hope you're all right, kid.
Hope you're good.
I just,
Hope
all
they
right,
had
Claire.
Sushi at the mess hall
Be
today,
good.
Claire.
I threw in, hey, I know you don't care as much, but Landry Shaman is back. I just to cover up
Claire opened that up, it would be priceless.
I'm sure she was very hyped up.
Hey,
I learned that about.
fellow 9-year-olds.
Landry.
Sham wow. Where's my Sham?
Kid now has a phone. Wasn't able to bring it. I assume.
You're not allowed. No.
Left it home.
Strict. You get kicked out.
It's like prison.
That's what they say.
Just can't sneak it in.
That's what
The
they
counselors have them.
say. Walter,
Federal fucking prison.
my son Walter, very crafty. Asked me to buy him an MP3 player. All right, I say put it in the cart. I'll check it out. Buy it. It's like $30.
Yeah.
Gets the MP3 player. Shows me. He's just like, I want to listen to music. Shows me there's Netflix on it. There's YouTube. There's all kinds of things. All of a sudden, I see login. All of a sudden, he's like, look, I downloaded Last Dance. I downloaded Untold. I downloaded the Roommates
He
Pod.
hacked it.
He hacked it. And he's like, this is going to be amazing at night. I'm going to go under the covers. I'm like, yo, man, I don't want to hear about this. Good luck to you.
Contraband. You're helping your son smuggle contraband?
If my wife knew, I'd be dead.
That's
But
fucking
I kind of
illegal.
appreciate if he would have downloaded like
I can't believe you're saying this out
Pokemon
loud.
stuff or like. But he's downloading The Last Dance. He's downloading the
Probably
Roommates
downloading
Pod.
some other things too. I mean,
Nah,
I can't believe
man. 12.
that you're encouraging the contraband.
He's 12 years old. Calm the hell down.
But if he
I was proud.
if he was
You're
downloading
proud?
Pokemon, if he was downloading anime, you
I
would
would
have
say
been
give
like,
that back.
"What is that bullshit? What is that
Confiscate
shit?"
Confiscate that shit.
I
Get
did the
those
same
cartoons
thing when
like
I
that.
was a camper. It was the same thing.
Yeah, last year.
But okay, so for a $30 MP3 player, you can hack it to that level that
It's not hack. He didn't tell me that there were streaming services on it.
Oh, they're preloaded. He's just logging into it.
He's just logging in and downloading
I
beforehand.
thought he had like a freaking
Nah.
iPod Mini or something.
He didn't tell me there was all that stuff until he got it.
Damn.
He knew what he was doing.
Wait, but why do they let them bring those in?
They don't. It clearly states if your MP3 player has Wi-Fi capabilities, it will be confiscated.
Oh, okay.
And this does.
Damn, bad boy.
Shit.
But he
Confiscated though.
He pre-downloaded. Yeah. This is not. I think not banning
so
worthy.
He's not
Yeah, I got
connecting
plenty
it to
confiscated.
Wi-Fi there. He's only going.
Why do they even
by
have
what he-
Wi-Fi if you
Got
can't
it,
connect
got
to
it.
it?
Got it.
They do have one because there's people working there. There's all
Yeah,
kinds
but
of
within the cabin itself.
stuff. Yeah. What else? Who's next? Is it intern Josh? Jack? Josh?
Josh, I'm
Okay.
up. Jay Rollins here saying Harry Kane, or Harry Keane, I'm not sure. 2 yellows not given, saved once again.
Interesting. Well, is he referring to Robbie Keane? I don't know, but Harry Kane is the man. What else? Intern Jack.
Yeah, we got Ariel. Which promotion in their respective sports will succeed more, PFL or Zuffa Boxing?
Great question. Easy answer. Zuffa Boxing. No doubt about it. I do think you guys skipped one from J-Dash.
It's coming.
Okay, all right.
Got our last one here.
Oh,
from
here it is.
J-Dash. Wanted to give a shout out to the uncrowned crew. To me, you have become a modern day version of Seinfeld. If combat sports disappeared tomorrow, I would still tune in to listen to you guys talk about nothing and would love it.
Wow. Probably the greatest compliment we've ever received, I
think
would
so
say.
as well. Thank you, J Dash, and thank you for the $20.
Yeah.
I dare
most
say
importantly.
that Boys in the Back has become a show about nothing in the way that Seinfeld was.
Just Boys in the Back, not our show?
Well, there's
No,
a
our
lot
show is
more.
actually it's just about bathroom jokes.
Yeah.
And
But why can't it be all the shows?
Well, because this we
Because
just
you actually have
Terence
substance
Crawford,
to
so
it.
it's
Yeah,
like
you-
a little
you-
bit different.
You do real
you know?
things.
Ain't that what journalism is?
Yeah, ours is just about.
I mean, not for nothing. We had the Iowan Lion, but you know,
Without the
Terrence,
sex.
Liam.
We have had some poop talk on this show as well, as
course.
Ariel can
Of
recount.
course. More my brother than me. But speaking of which, 415 sup BITB. What do we have tomorrow?
It was go.
Yeah,
Oh, it's huge tomorrow.
Pound for pound.
Yeah,
one of our best.
It will be a good one.
It's got to be.
American thing.
Yeah,
Of course.
You got any ideas?
yeah. What do you bring? I feel like we've done this a million times, right?
Well, we're just
What do you
curious what
bring?
you
What do you bring to the
barbecue?
cookout? Yeah,
Okay.
To the cookout?
I think we did that pound for pound already.
We did
potato
that.
salad.
We did this.
Yeah, I know.
With raisins or no raisins?
Yeah, that's the thing. We did this.
Pound for pound.
Fireworks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Pound
You're
for pound
bringing
fireworks?
Damn, you're
Oh, you're bringing fireworks. They
Like
meant pound for
homemade
pound
fireworks.
Homemade fireworks.
All right, so
Pound
we're
for pound
bringing in
fireworks.
contraband and making bombs. Like this is
Yeah.
what's happening at the
Number
Helwani
two,
house.
the homemade bomb my uncle made back in 1972 that blew up the whole cul-de-sac.
Pound for pound, greatest moments of the last 250 years. It's not a bad one.
That's very broad, but yeah.
All encompassing.
Yes, in the history.
Anything that's happened in the last.
What are the greatest moments?
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
What are the greatest?
Uh,
By the
when I
way,
got
it's
my first
actually a
kiss in
really
middle
good.
school.
It's a really good debate.
When
The
Washington
greatest
crossed the
moments.
river.
Frank's
Okay, well
list would be-
that's personal, but try to
can't be
come up with the
personal.
top 5 greatest moments in the history of this country.
Are you going to
Well,
list
no.
the Knicks?
The whole country or just the last 250 years as a whole?
Well, the whole. I mean, 250 years is the whole country. No.
Saying,
So, like-
what was happening in London in 1882? Something cool or no?
Oh no. In this country over the past 250 years. Like what?
Top
2026
American moments.
Gun to your head. What's
2026 U.S. men's hockey Olympic gold medal game.
Up there.
Yeah, I guess there's a million ways you can
Birth
skin this
of my
cat,
daughter.
right? Yeah, and that's personal.
Well, when the television got invented, wasn't a bad one.
What
Is
about
that
the
America?
the Emancipation Proclamation?
Coca-Cola being
That's a
invented?
good one.
You gotta have Emancipation Proclamation. You gotta have the EP on there.
Backstreet Boys Millennium?
Which one
Backstreet
was that?
Backstreet Boys
Millennium?
Backstreet Boys.
Gotta-
I feel like we've had a segment.
Emancipation
Jersey
Proclamation.
Shore? Jersey Shore?
Jersey
That's
Shore.
on there.
Seinfeld debut.
Seinfeld debut.
Lesser.
Friends.
Ash?
Friends. We're getting into a lot of pop culture.
D-Day. D-Day.
If-
That
I think-
actually wasn't in America, so that
Yeah,
doesn't
that's-
count.
We
Yeah.
celebrate it in America.
It's still American history, though. I feel like we've proven this person's point.
Y2K.
Yeah.
We survived.
Yeah, we're all still here.
All right.
I don't mind this one.
I do.
Think about it.
250.
Think about it. Oh, we
What
do
if
have
it's
breaking news before we go, guys. Breaking news.
LeBron sign?
Better.
Oh.
Just announced. Wow. Holy crap. Just announced Neil Magny versus Ramiz Brahimaj at UFC 330.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Did you believe me for a sec?
That was the one we've
That it
been
was
waiting
bigger?
on.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Not even for 1 second.
That is, woo.
Fuck. Well, Sandra Tonali with Tottenham, record deal. Okay. Anyway, we got to go. It's been great. Boys in the Back tomorrow, Crack Friday. We're back on Monday, live show in studio, and then we've got a whole bunch of fun. How beautiful is my laptop these days? Wow, look at this. Wait. I love the playing. Levels. Monday, Tuesday special edition. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Vegas. Saturday, Vegas. Saturday night, Vegas. Friday night, free show. By the way, want to remind you one more time, Mama Rabbit, myself, Demetrius Johnson, Rick, GC, Pizzi, Andy, Jordan, Frank, interns at home, but still a part of it. Late on the East Coast, perfect time on the West Coast, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 doors. Mama Rabbit is a venue, a restaurant inside the Park MGM, right next door to the T-Mobile Arena. So it's a literal hop, skip, and a jump. It's going to be great. I look forward to it very much. We're going to be out there a lot. We got a lot to do. Whole crew out there, Pizzi out there. We're going to the celebratory sushi spot on Thursday, I think it is. I think the MMA awards are still happening. I'm not sure, but I think. Summer League out there. Maybe I'll link up with Coach Mike and, the rest of the crew. Who knows? Who's to check? We'll find out.
Who's to check?
For now, though, we shall say goodbye. It's been a wonderful day. Thank you, Emily Frazer. Thank you, Dave Allen. Thank you, Terence Crawford. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of them. Thanks to everyone who sent in questions. Back on Monday, same time as this. I'm out of here. Actually, tomorrow, and then I'm back on Monday. You know the drill. Happy 4th and Canada Day.